What is up with the squad? It's Cess, your favorite Auntie with Uncle Tendencies in the building. Back like I never left, but I got contacts. Coleman in the building. The CC Show, your favorite bedtime hoops show. Coach, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
What's happening? What's up? I got some basketball in my cup. Thankful Thursday. It is March Madness. I can't wait. We right there for some Gamecocks. Gamecocks on the courts. How you doing?
Coming
I've
soon.
been listening to you. It's like I never left you. I've been hearing you all day doing
Hey, man.
what you love to do. Doing what you love to do. It's nothing like doing what you love to do. You never work a day in your life.
Never. Nope. Never. Got to keep the bills. Got to keep the lights on. No, but you know, I'm a little sad. A little sad right now. I think we just saw the end of Sakima Walker's basketball career as you know, at the college level. Cal sent up out of there by Columbia.
Ivy League. Sent them home.
Sent them right to the crib. Milk Rider, what's up, fam?
It was at the crib. Sent them to the crib.
I mean, to their real crib, like to their house. Tucked them into their house.
He said tuck them in. Man. Well, Sakima though we did. I think had a great career, great journey. Regardless of had some NCAA experience and some championship experience with South Carolina. Journey, I think it was at Rutgers. I mean, when junior college, Rutgers, South Carolina.
Unfortunately, like a lot of others.
Huh?
Come on.
That's your van, right?
That ain't right. That ain't right for them because they only need a Sprinter van. They going local, just running them across the bridge. So
yeah, like that. That's almost golf cart.
We just gonna drop them off at the. I'm sorry, we are environmentally correct here, so we gonna drop them off at the BART station. They gonna BART home. We gonna get them to the BART station and then get on to the crib. Big Sprinter van in front.
Go green.
Yeah, get them on to the crib.
Man, well, I mean, I think I like the coach there, Cal, and trying to do. You just don't know if they're getting the financial support that they need, and usually that is the challenge when is black coaches, and in this particular thing, black female coaches. Have to advocate for the financial resource it takes.
Oh no! Listen, I love what Sharman is doing over there. Now, the thing is, I wonder what kind of talent she got coming in next year. Because I think Sakima's gone, I think Miracle's gone. I don't know. Is Lulu Twadell a senior? Yeah, we back already. MJ, is you back yet? Is you still on location? What you doing?
Ghostface Picker.
I'm trying to have you pop up here. What you got going on, homie? I got some. If you're around, I got something for you. You and Coach on the porch.
Uh
I got something for you and Coach on the porch. If you're around, I need you to hit the link. Okay, so we got some hoops. We got some hoops coming up tomorrow.
Yeah.
But before we get into the hoops that's coming up tomorrow, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. Iowa State players headed to the transfer portal. Reported by Sydney Henderson. Man, you always just finishing up something funny, bro. Come on, bro. I'm about to see his link, bro. Fettuccinis. What? This dude right here, bro. Oh, I'm sorry. I was reminded.
I didn't even know we asked. I didn't even know we asked about that. You know what I mean?
I was reminded by my wrench that we do have rules that I need to share sometime with folks. So let me get back to sharing the rules sometime. Okay.
Excuse me.
There you go. All right, we gotta let the rules run sometime. All right. Sorry about that. So I'm back now. Make sure we keep everything in line on the up and up. Yeah, he's finishing the fettuccine. When you get a minute, pop on up. Let's talk about these 8 players in this article. Y'all know I love a good article. 26 in the chat. Hit the like and the share. They both right there, including Jada Williams. So Iowa is saying, and this is I told you, Sydney Henderson, USA Today from today. Iowa State's first round exit from the tournament has triggered a mass exodus with a reported 8 players potentially leading to the transfer portal. Addie Brown announced her decision to move on from Iowa State and enter the portal on social media on Tuesday. By Thursday, several other players have followed suit. Junior guard Jada Williams, she said she pursuing my dreams elsewhere her senior season. Hey, listen, the exit posts, the farewell posts are taking me down. Okay, but I love it, kids. Keep it going. I love it. Reese Beatty, Freya Jensen, Reagan Wilson, Ali Tank, Alyssa Williams, Lily, is it Talule? All intend to enter the transfer portal as well, according to On3's Talia Goodman. Could Iowa State junior center Auntie Crooks be next? Should she be next? Or should the AD be trying to keep 8 people here and get a new coach? Your thoughts, Coach Coleman?
Well, so when we look at it, usually, we'll talk basic business. One or two people we can give the benefit of doubt. But when you have more than one, it needs to go back to the source that is in leadership position. So if I was the athletic director, I would have to make that hard decision to go a different direction, because there's no way possible that we let go, and then after you put some investment into Jada Williams, and I think Jada Williams NIL is maybe like 412K. So, which I think, but most deserved because she carried it with Eddie, with Audie, of course, carried a lot of loads. And so, in this, you have to look at,
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Because sometimes you be talking real fast. Sometimes you skip past some important parts. You said 412,000
yeah,
for her NIL,
yeah,
NIL or revenue share. Do we know
NIL.
NIL? Okay, thank
Not,
you. Go
that's
ahead.
not revenue share. That's NIL
Okay,
part.
okay. I wanted to make sure. I wanted to make sure. Go ahead.
Um, so when you have that, I say type of
It ain't
magnitude,
bad
at
for a
least,
million followers though.
right, right. I think
Yeah,
when you
no.
have that type of talent and that type of magnitude and what you bring, I think
Mhm.
on the business side, you have to try to find a way to see if you can mend the differences and make it work. And you're talking about 8 players. You're not talking about 8 players that sat on the bench. You know what I mean? Or not significant. You're talking to most of those players are losing, that are looking to move on or losing to the portal. They somebody will pick them up, and they probably will be contributors and significant. And so, as an athletic director, I have to, I would make a
Go
push
ahead,
to
bro.
see,
I'll be right back.
yeah, out of those 8, fam, I would have to take a look to see if we could retain 5 to 6 of those 8. You're not going to retain all 8, but if you look, your top 4, you consider have a list there and walk through that and see if there's what it is. And if it goes back to the coach, then I have to make that hard decision, fam. But I would do a, extra interview, or what could we do to have you stay? Anything we could do different? Type of evaluation to see if we can salvage the relationship, or reconcile the relationship. Because obviously, reason is sometimes they just want to go because there is a bigger bag, right? Because it's the business of women's college sports, and they do have the freedom to move on and to try something and to build the money. Um, is the money funny? I see they football, the Big 12 there. So I believe the money is around there, but the coach has been there too long, Kendall. The coach has been there for 30 years and needs to move on to, like, athletic development projects or something, and bring in somebody that's willing to work with this or build a program around the NIL and revenue share concepts that we have going on, the new era that we have in, where we need to compensate the student athletes for their performance, and they deserve to be compensated. Because if you don't have the play, I think sometimes we tend to forget the players that play well and bring, you build it, they will come, and they bring what's up, Kendall, and they bring the fans and they bring the revenue to it. You build it, they will come. Well, that means revenue is coming with the building, right? With a good, respectful attendance. And so, my thing when it comes to that, just like coaches wouldn't have the salary they have if they didn't have the high level players to bring the excitement and to bring the attention to the arenas and attention, and to bring some of the TV games that they have as well. So when you have that, you're losing people that can bring that attention, like a Jada Williams and a Addie Brown. That will raise my antenna. That will raise my basketball antenna and my revenue, my BNR, my basketball and revenue antenna, um, to uh, try to retain them, or from the portal. Make just make an effort. I would do that. So, but yeah, 8, that's like a massive exodus. Let my people go. I don't know, but that's very alarming. So there might need to be some leadership change in Iowa State's program if you have a high number willing to test it out in the uh, transfer portal. What are your thoughts, chat fan? But to me, that's very alarming and very concerning when you have that number for one team, and you've had some success, because they kind of plop fizz what experience it is. Started off pretty well, and then hit some hurdles, hit some rocky spaces, and I don't know if that coach adjusted enough. They worked through some injuries with Addie Brown. Addie Brown came back, but I don't know if he made enough adjustments and managed it. check yourself in and out. That's how you see. Maybe
So
is
wait, did I just walk back into plop plop fizz what the experience it is? What did you say? Bam, I got time for you tonight, bro. See, coach in here with the fast ones. I'm glad I came back right on time to save y'all. What? What? Oh, it was over what a relief it is. What is it? Man, you're hilarious. Man, what my man say? What did my man just say? But what? Coach funny as hell. What?
Man, you caught me again. You caught me again, Auntie. You caught me.
What's up, Shay? What's up, Jay? Kendall, what's happening? Is the money funny? That's another question. Can't say what's good.
Yeah, but also, your coach has to advocate for your money. Too. I think that's a part of it.
Really?
And your program. I mean, you because now your program, whether it's sports program, has to
revenue share money or NIL money. Which one or both? What are we talking
about? But so the way now a program, a basketball program, needs to run like an individual franchise as well, because of the business component with the revenue and NIL. Right.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah. So, and I don't think we have too much confidence that was being done at Iowa State, especially when you got a antiquated coach. The coach that time has forgot or want to forget as well. Pick your choice there.
Once the coach started letting Auntie check herself in and out of games and get superstar treatment beyond what is normal, you can see the writing on the wall. Iowa State don't function like a team. Was she checking herself in and out, or was it? Hey man, you got to let me breathe.
I'm gonna lean towards we need a most highly effective Auntie Crooks, and so you know yourself and know your body. So I don't see that superstar treatment. I think it's getting them.
I gotta come get a quick prep, and then I'm right back. Or what, did you see that really as like superstar treatment? Talk to me, Keontae.
Yeah. For me, I wouldn't see that. I think that's just due to the reality of what someone's limitations are, respectfully, and wanting to put them in the best position to be successful when they're on the court.
Yeah, I don't, but let me know. But was it just that made you think they didn't function like a team, or was it something else? Oh yeah, I think that was just, hey, Auntie, you're the offense. When she go to the bench, they ain't scoring.
I mean, yeah, that's the reality of it. The offense
if I'm out of gas now because you got me out here doing cardio for 10 of the 15 plays that I'm out here and you didn't go to me, then I do have to go recharge. Hard and losing 8 players is like, did you gonna have a basketball program next year? That's how I felt. It hit me like that. Like, damn, you can't even play 5. Like you looking for you waiting at the park for somebody to come right now.
Yeah, tryouts. Oh. Yeah,
and if it's the bag, then well, wow. Because how's Iowa State football team?
They're usually pretty competitive. That's usually the focus at Iowa State.
Okay. Donner, Gino control the rotation. Nobody checking themselves in and out of no games. Nobody wants to play with Auntie. Take all the shots and play no defense. Really? Is that what they're saying? Who said that?
Your mic sounds nice. Check 1, check 2.
You finally came in here.
Well, I've been in here. I was trying to say something.
You finally just showed up for me. It was like it kept telling me that you were still connecting. So I was just waiting. I was like, okay, well, I'll wait for
No,
dude.
I've been trying to talk. I didn't know if anybody could hear me or not.
No,
No,
we
couldn't hear you.
we couldn't
We
hear
couldn't
you.
hear you because StreamYard was hating on you. StreamYard was hating on you, homie.
Oh, I would imagine so. I figured it was something crazy like that.
Oh,
I,
Mark Twain say, beware the influencer. What you mean? Let us know.
I'm just trying to clear up a few things, just so we don't go too far down the rabbit hole with some of the innuendos and rumors that may be floating around with Auntie in herself. In general, as a player and even a coach, one of the first things that my coach told me was once I hit junior, when I was a junior and I hit varsity, is that if you get tired, tap your head or tug your shirt. If you get tired and you need a sub, tap your head and tug your shirt. You come out if you're rolling, once you catch your breath and get your fluids in, then let us know when you're ready to go back in. We'll put you in at the appropriate time. That was the understanding. That was the bonding relationship, the agreement that you had with your coach, is that you can tug on your shirt, you can tap your head and say, yeah, I need a quick one, and then you can sub yourself out, right? You don't have to wait till exhaustion until you create a foul or do something, create a turnover off of fatigue, right? Because everybody acts different when you're under fatigued. If you're not used to fatigue and you stay out there because you don't want to come out the game, you start making mistakes. So that's why the coaches that understand their players will give you that idea. It's no, I mean it doesn't even the most conditioned player out there can go hard for 4 minutes and say, hey, I need a breather, and get a sub and get sub back in, and what, 3 or 4 minutes later.
Is it any different than Don being like, Late, we get tired out there? You'll see Late tucking that jersey like, hey, I need a breather. Late winning the game, she used up a lot of energy. She need to come get a breather. Is it any different than that? I don't know.
It's a little different because it's like I said before, there's a trust issue with each player. Lay could tug on her shirt and say, yeah, I need a quick breather. But if for any reason she's not going, or there's another squad that's actually is going, she may not go back in when she's supposed to go. Now with Rabin, that might be different.
No. That's fair. That's fair. I'm talking more so just about like Auntie coming out is what I'm saying.
Oh,
like,
Auntie? Yeah. Auntie, that's a relationship with the coach, right? The coach trusts her to sub out when she needs a sub, and Auntie, and they say, and I know, what the saying was is that she was checking herself back in. Essentially, yes, she was checking herself back in, but she was saying, hey, hitting one of the assistant coaches, say, I'm ready to go. Assistant coach would say, hey, coach, she's ready to go. And then he finds the right spot to put her back in. Yeah. I mean, that's the extent of it. She's not just walking by the coach saying, I'm going back in. Right? It's not.
But Keontae, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Wow, y'all are acting like that's something that's new to her game. What we're not gonna do. Here's the thing. I think where you're trying to go is you're trying to make this an issue about her size or her conditioning or whatever. From jump, Auntie comes in and she plays 2.5, 3 minutes, and then she needs a breather. Period. We've always said that. What I'm not gonna do, I'm not gonna do no body shaming. I'm not gonna do none of that bullshit. I'm not here for that. So what's the exact point that it is that you're trying to make? Because you can be like, it's a conditioning issue, but at the same time, y'all talking about all of these people that don't want to play with Auntie. When you talking about Auntie ass couldn't play more than 3 minutes when she went and sat down, who the fuck did some scoring? Who the fuck stepped up? Who was the offense? When y'all saying y'all in my chat talking about all these people running, they don't want to play with Auntie because she taking all the shots, but Auntie going to sit down and ain't played 3 minutes. Who's shooting in? Who's scoring in? When Addie Brown went out and was hurt, who stepped in and helped Auntie? I saw Auntie go out there and drop 40 on the motherfucking 20-some minutes. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? The same Auntie that dropped 40 in 20 minutes. had to go sit down in the first quarter. What we talking about now? Where we at? I want to get to the real crux of it. I don't want to keep going back and forth with it. Let's get down to what you, because it seemed like you doing a lot of beating around the bush, and I'm like bullseye on site with it today. So where we at?
Nobody. You right, Jay. um, yeah. On that, Auntie, I'm gonna say so. With Auntie Crooks is got a game in her bag, and so all I'm gonna say, whenever a player has to come out and they've given you up and they went hard and they have to take a break, that's managing your team. Any team, that's any player, right? And we're talking about Audie Crooks, and so smart thing is to manage your team, because if you get fatigued or tired, then you make a silly foul, or you're not hustling, you're not moving your feet how you should to, and you start reaching with your hands. And so, so the thing is, you play to a player's strength, you put them in a position to be successful. Audie has games. She's carried Iowa State in different aspects in quite a few games. And so that's just what it is. 8 people leaving, I don't think that's an Audie thing. That's an Iowa State program thing. I don't
Audie
think
is averaging 25.8 points, 7.7 rebounds, 1.7 assists on 64.9% from the floor. I don't give a goddamn. She do got to come sit down and stuff. She can give you 26 points and 8 rebounds, and however many minutes she playing. What we talking about?
So I think that's an Iowa State thing. I don't think that's an Audie thing. I think that's Iowa State, Iowa University, something not right in the water.
Oh, Iowa State, yeah, Iowa State University.
Well, that's a part of it too. I would even throw into the hat. I mean, just kind of soften the blow a little bit. Is that when the coach retires or leaves, the players are there because of that coach. They didn't come there for the assistants mostly. They came for the head coach, and what the head coach promised them, that whatever their role was going to be. Like when the coach just abrupt, they calls you in for a meeting, say, hey, you guys, I'm retiring. We'd love for you to stay here at the college, but we understand if you have to make moves. And it's that speech. When that happens, now you have players that have to make a decision, right? Do they want to stay with what the assistant coaches are given? Do they like it? I mean, I'm with Coach Coleman on the part where it's an Iowa State thing, whether it's the atmosphere that you don't like, or you were only there for the basketball part of things. Did the NIL dry up, or there's a number of factors that go into it now, but for the culture of it, 8 players leaving is not, it's not just,
it's alarming. That's alarming.
It's not just the coach retiring. There's something going on at Iowa State that we don't know about.
If he retired, they might stay. I don't know. Is Audie leaving or staying at ISU? She has declined to answer so far.
And she's staying. I mean, they're gonna give her all the money that everybody else left behind.
It can't be about the. It can't be about. If it's about the money, then how serious are you about your career?
I don't know.
Because at this point, the money has changed in the WNBA now, right? And so at this point, where you land in the draft is much more important. Because I think, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, I got to keep doing my research. But I was talking with Robert Man Media today, and he was explaining that lottery picks, you get to opt out of your rookie contract earlier, or you can get to the max money quicker. Yep. So where you land in the draft matters.
Sign, yes, it depends on what you sign. Like if you're a rookie and you just want to get, what teams try to do is get you in for those 4 years.
The way that they changed the CBA now, right? With the way that the WNBA money is coming in, if you are a lottery pick, then you get the option to you can opt out and get to go to your max money quicker if you come in as a lottery pick versus lower in the draft, is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, the other question is that even with the increase in the revenue for the W money, is that still more than what she's making in college?
It doesn't matter to that. My point is this: you need to have the fucking tape to be a fucking lottery pick to get out the fucking rookie deal faster than that. Faster than that to get to the big money. That's my point. Now,
No,
I
I
don't give
get
a fuck
that
what
part. I'm
I don't
just
give a fuck.
saying.
I don't give a fuck what you making because
I'm just saying,
like when Rob was up here,
is it
how
worth
much
it
you
for
think?
her to go out?
How much you think she making?
I don't know. Probably a lot.
Is
Local,
it worth her?
regional.
Is it? Where do you think Auntie gets drafted?
I don't know. Probably mid first round.
So what kind of team is that? What you think? Go ahead, coach.
I really because she's a junior, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a person that you can't. The thing is, you can't duplicate what Audie brings and the skill set you have. She brings in the space and the rebounding, and so I think when she's ready to come out, I think she'll be. It'll be some teams that will value that and willing to work. I mean, because the young lady knows the game. That's what I don't understand about some people watching her. Audie Crooks knows how to play the game and she knows how to use her body in game situations, if that makes sense. And so that is high value. I think there will be some high commodity on that when it comes to draft because she knows how to play around the rim. She has a little touch and I mean and and she's got hustle for the game. She's got hustle for the game. It's just what a person can give is what a person can give, right? You can't make somebody be something that they're not. So either you're gonna rock with them or you're not. That's where I am. That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, I'm just the only thing that I'm doing in its simplest form is that I'm trying to compare who she's going to go up against in the W, who her positional players she's going to be facing off against, what that looks like on offense and defense, and which team she's going to be on, and how they're going to use her effectively. That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah,
because there's teams out there that can definitely use Audie, and they'll be successful with it.
I think where we having the where we seeing where we looking at different lenses at, y'all looking at it on the basketball floor. I'm looking at it from the baskenomics of it, the business of basketball, right? And so when I'm looking at this draft that she's going to be in, and it's like, yeah, somebody's going to value that, and yeah, somebody's going to want to get it. I think I don't know. This year, I think they said lottery is 1 through 7. I don't know what lottery will be when she comes out the next year, but I know that she's now coming out in a draft that could look entirely different than what it was supposed to look like when she got there. Because now you're adding Chloe Kitts. Now you're adding Ashlyn Watkins, right? Maybe Juju Watkins still does come out and enter this draft when she wants to. Michaela Williams is in that draft. Clara Strack is in that draft. Camille Pierre is in that draft, right? Kamora Johnson, Nunu Agard, right? Talasia Cooper could be in that draft if she doesn't leave out. So now what I'm talking about is where you get drafted and then what you're locked into. So if you get pushed down in the draft and now you had a team that sucks, you can't even get to your max money. You're stuck in a team in a place that sucks at less money when you could have did the work in college and got the tape to be in the lottery. So that's what I'm talking about, the business of it all. Not necessarily, I don't think necessarily the basketball part, the actual X's and O's and what she does on the floor. My thing is like, are you looking at your brand? And then when you're talking about, are you still making that kind of money? Well, then what does your basketball platform look like if you playing for a team that ain't really winning too much and all of that versus being one of the top players in the dubs? So that I think that's more where I'm at with it, but I see where y'all coming from, but I think I'm more just long haul. What your contract look like and where you gonna be stuck at when you get to the dub.
and right, and does that player bring a following to the seats, right, or bring people in the gym and arena?
And then if you end up in a sorry ass team, or if you end up in an expansion team where it's taking a little bit more time for it to click, then what does that look like for you losing 3 years? 4 years, losing your whole rookie year, you know what I'm saying, your entire rookie contract. What does that look like? So I just think at this point, I forget Tessa's in this draft, right? It's a lot It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. You want to compete.
Right.
You want to compete. You want to be one of the best, damn it.
Right. So I
And
mean, I
at
think
some
it's a
point she's
place.
got to learn how. At some point she's got to play defense, I think. But y'all tell me.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
MJ, you
like I
didn't sound
said,
convinced that she got to play defense. You was like,
so
yeah.
there's this thing that's called science and in physics. There the expectation of having Auntie be a better defender than she already is there's probably a ceiling on that. And she's as
Okay,
close
but what about
to
the
it
1-2 part though? Like MJ, like at least put your arms out, bro. Like put your hands up. Act like you're sitting in the defensive stance, Audie.
I understand, but it's one of those things where as it wasn't even this year, it was last year. We kind of saw. I know she's a different player this year, but if you leave her out there too long, she doesn't move well at all. Like you can see it. It hits.
But that's on both sides of the
sudden.
ball. That's
Huh?
that's on both sides. That's on both sides of the ball. That's a given.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
Well,
Right.
not on both sides of the ball because you get more tired on defense. When your team has the ball on offense, you seem like to get a nice jolt of energy. Whereas you dragging down the court on defense, and all of a sudden you guys get a turnover, and now all of a sudden you turn into a world-class sprinter running the other way.
There are parts of the game. There are parts of the games where they're turning it over and messing it up so much that Audie is just going from three-point line to three-point line, bro. Like
Right.
somebody else score, stop the ball, do something. Make it look good on D.
I get it. I mean, now she's not the only one. I mean, there's
So,
a
do you think?
few
Okay,
centers in the
so
league that are like that. So
okay, okay. So this is my question to y'all, because y'all you ref, y'all coach. Do you think that the coach does a poor job of hiding her on defense, or is it hard to hide her on defense because of the position that she plays?
any coach that it tries to hide her has to put her in a zone, some type of zone, because any type of man or matchup there's always going to be that speed and agility factor that goes along with that. She's moved her range out the 3-point line this year, right? So she can stretch an offense, but the issue would be if somebody is stretching her on defense, she's going to have to come out. And she doesn't have the foot speed to stay with, most of the centers she's going to be matched up against. That's just what it is. So coaches have to have a way of hiding her, and the zone is one of the best ways to do it, where she doesn't have to come out of the key, but it does put more emphasis on her in a matchup. Like anybody that's in your area, you have to match up with them instead of just standing there with your arms out. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I wouldn't one because of she has a high level acumen of game. I wouldn't call it hiding. I would say managing and playing, putting in a defense to her strength, right? Because I'm not ashamed of what she can do and what she brings to the game. And so I say, I think you could have did a better job at managing me, right? Because there are some when in there. There's so many different schemes that I'm not going to get into the X and O's because you can go a matchup where the help is already there if somebody gets you because you're not worried about certain violations compared to when you play pro where you have to play man to man in a specific way, right? So you can put it where we can do matchup and then we got the the helper. It's already down what we call the pack line, which is the middle of the court, my friends. And so what the privilege that college has the best to do is, and South Carolina does a great job of this, and some other colleges do a great job of this. They already have the help down what they call the midline or the middle of the court is meaning when you're at help, you're standing in the middle of if you're on the opposite of the ball and the ball passes to the opposite side of the court, then you're going to the midline, and that is the middle of the court to be in help. And it means you're packing in and you're protecting your paint. So, and that's just one way, right? But there's so many ways you can teach it, or it's depending what you're trying to get done and what your scout report gets. But so what I'm saying is, no, I need to manage the game defensively so she can get so you use the game for conditioning for for Auntie Crooks, right? And then she can get used to a certain pace that we're going to play when we're in there. And then, it's protecting your player too, right? What they bring, the value is also protecting on what she brings um, offensively, and then what you need her to get done defensively. We're in the game, so I'm all about as a coach putting a player in a position of their strength, what they do well right now, right? Putting them in a position of their strengths so they can have success and shine. I can't wish they do something that they haven't developed in this season. So we just want to put them in the position where they can be successful right now, and that's why there's some teams still playing in the Sweet 16 because they're putting their players in the position to do what they do well right now, and they play at a high level.
Yep.
Has Auntie been showing steady improvement year to year in her defense footwork? I wouldn't say that, but at the same time, tell me the Iowa State player to have.
Addie Brown, when she's on the court.
I don't think so.
Oh yeah. Addie Brown's basketball IQ is high, but her footwork on offense
I don't think that
is pretty good too.
I don't think that that's a result. I don't think that that's a result of what Iowa State developed. I think she came in with that footwork. Addie Brown was one of my freshmen. Addie Brown was on my list for as a phenomenal freshman. I don't think that Iowa State. We'll see. I can't wait to see why these 8 people is leaving. You don't usually leave with just a whole lot of development and growth.
Right.
You don't usually bounce from that. I don't know. Basically, she'll be on an island in the W. Nah, I don't know.
That's tough.
MJ, what do you think?
Like I said, it depends on what team she's with, right? I mean,
let me ask you this though. You said put her in a zone. Is zone frowned upon? Is that what do y'all think of zone defense? Is that junk defense? Should you be a man to man? What are you talking about?
Only people that hate zones are the people that can't beat them. Basically what it is. If you have a high IQ basketball team or a high IQ coach that can get through to their players to be able to run the sets that will actually bust zones. Poorly run zones are easy to beat. Even the best zones can be beat. You have to have
hard to teach?
No. I mean,
is it hard to have the right personnel? What is the challenge with the zone?
Like I said, it's the best.
Why you just don't put her in the zone then if that's what's gonna help her? Is I guess what I'm trying to get to.
It is the basketball IQ of not just the player itself, but the teammates that are surrounding them, right? You can put the best athletes on the same team with Auntie, but if there's a few of them that don't have the above average IQ to not just run the zone defense, but also read and react and make adjustments to it, it's not going to work. It's not going. I'll give you a good example. Back in the day, Coach Boeheim for Syracuse ran this matchup zone called the Amoeba? Was it Amoeba?
Amoeba defense?
The Amoeba defense was a matchup zone. It was a weird type of 2-3, 3-2, but you couldn't run it with players that didn't have a high basketball IQ to run it. He actually won a national title off of it with the help of Carmelo Anthony putting in a whole bunch of points as a freshman. But that's a prime example of how to run, and that was a complicated zone. Like you not every coach can run that. They don't know how to tell players how to adjust in that. You have to have the players to be able to run a zone like that.
Well, and everybody was like 6 foot or taller too, so it's hard to see.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Right. So
you said everybody's what? Too tall for a zone? What did you say?
No, I mean it's hard to see through a zone when it's 6 foot. But a lot of people complain. I'm not gonna. Excuse me for cutting you off, but
no, go ahead and
finish your saying. Yeah,
no,
I mean,
go ahead.
So the thing is that
and I'm also asking devil's advocate questions to make sure that everybody understands where y'all are at, because y'all get on the court sometime and get the clipboard.
I mean,
so a zone. So any team that plays, I think, an effective zone, they have what they call man-to-man, player-to-player, man-to-man defense principles in it, right? So I have a thing that we share we call bum. Best time in life to be a bum is on the basketball court. Ball, letter U, and then a man, right? So it doesn't matter, right? Whether it's man-to-man or zone, you need to be what in the line of the ball, right? Where are you positioned to the ball, and where is the ball in position to the man, whether it's in your space and not your space, meaning next man. So when they say matchup, you are the next pass, your next pass away. Who's the player? That's your person. That's the player that's man to man defense. And then are you in help if the ball is opposite? So the thing I'm trying to say is, even though, right, it may be zone, you still got to sprint the spots and it's going to be an effect. It's going to be what you need to know your man-to-man defense principles if you want to be effective zone. So any top programs, I can guarantee you this, they use man-to-man principles in their zone offense, because you don't want to get lazy in those kind of zones that are just playing space.
It's funny you say that, because I remember in a presser they asked Don, they was like, "So what was that you were in a man-to-man?" And she was like, "No, it was zone, but they were just playing it so good that it looked like man." But no,
exactly,
we actually in that we were in the zone. We were in zone right there. Like, no,
right,
we were in zone. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Because the reason why they can do that is because it's the principles of the man-to-man defense that they know, that they drill. You know what I'm saying? And communication at that. But I think I didn't mean to cut you off, NJ, but that was just something that popped in my head as you were sharing. That's what I had on that.
And we're right on the same page. I'll even piggyback off of that. It's the coaches that actually know how to run effective zones will tell their players immediately on the penalty of sitting down next to them. When we get into this zone, you're going to work harder in this zone than you are going to work harder in man, because it's man principles. You're still matching up with people in your area. And that means I don't know if you guys can picture this. So let's say we're running a 2-3 zone.
Picture this, 1923. Go ahead.
I'm just saying. So
Golden girls.
So let's say there's a couple passes around the horn, and then all of a sudden a good coach will actually run an overload, which means there's a player, free throw line extended, 3-point line. There's a player box extended to the 3-point line. Another player will come to the box. Another player will come to the pinch at the free throw line. So now you have this box with one player either at the top or on the opposite side of the court. Guess where that 2-3 zone, guess how many players are still isolated in that 2-3 zone in the key? How many players? Just guess. How many players would be in the key? If you have 4 offensive players on one side of the floor outside the key and one player on the opposite side of the key, how many defensive players would be inside the key at that point in a zone? Guess is a 1. The answer is 1.
You don't even give him a chance.
No. I'm just saying, because I just want to let people know. And one of these days, I'll get a diagram and I'll put it out.
I know, man. You ain't get nobody a chance.
So while you doing that, I think maybe what would help is, can you guys name some women's college teams that primarily play zone? So like y'all seen us in 1-3-1, y'all seen us in the 2-2 in the 2-2-1. We've been in the 2-3 zone. What else?
Well, those are teams like
Minnesota.
Yeah,
exactly.
Minnesota, Michigan. We saw Michigan play some zone and almost beat who they almost beat out of that zone.
UConn,
right?
TCU plays match because they're slow. They play a match like a kind of
smaller and slower teams will institute.
Did Draco say Virginia play a lot of zone?
Well, Virginia plays a lot of zone, but they actually play a lot of full court press too. Full court press, full court traps, 3-quarter traps, half court traps, running.
Matchup.
Yeah, exactly.
They match up out of their press though. People,
Right.
so yeah, I agree with you. So a lot of times people press and then there's no thing. And so what I used to teach out of 2-2-1, we pressed, but then we also matched up out of the press. That makes sense, Auntie. Like we would match up out, so it just wasn't like so. If they broke our press, then we're taking. So what I would have is if I had a person, I would have a player. I'll put my slowest person in the paint, and then they're picking up that first person that hits the paint. That's who they have until we can switch back
Right.
to our original assignment.
Now, just whoa. So here's the second and third level part of it. So let's say we're pressing, and we have our slowest player actually gets on. Let's say they get on the point guard. What a creative coach will do is that they'll have
the me now creative. No,
and once they get to the corner, somebody will actually trap. What?
Coach Coleman said he caught a he catching strays over there. You just called him non-creative. He said.
I said
you was like what a creative coach would do. He was like, "Damn, this called me non-creative."
No, y'all just starting stuff up. So what'll happen is that once you have even the slowest player can actually funnel a quick player to one side of the floor. Once that happens, then you have a running trap there. Once that trap is set or even disrupts the ball handler, that slow player can run to the player that's either down in the post or out on the wing to get away from the faster player.
So in this situation, that person that you talking about is Auntie Crooks.
Mm-hmm.
And we talking about Iowa State.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, that's the one thing is that Auntie Crooks is not going to be a part of the trap. It's just what Coach Coleman said. She's going to be in the middle. She's going to be in the key, protecting everybody else.
No, I thought that was in his scenario. But in your scenario, Auntie is the one that's gonna take that first person to come in, that's gonna run out, right?
No, because she won't. It's just like Coach Coleman said. She won't be at the head.
She won't be in that for you either. That's what I was wondering if you were switching what you were talking about now. Okay, go ahead.
No. I just said a slower player. I'm not saying Audie's going to be at the top because you'll have some like even Tennessee will have they'll have Barker or they'll have or I guess they had Whitehead when she was on the team at the top of their full court press.
Yes, they had Barker. I had to guess they had Barker too. She was on the team.
I mean, yeah, that too. But yeah, I mean that those kind of players, yes, you can put at the top of even in the middle, which is called the interceptor spot. Whereas the 3-2 trap gets to a corner, one person floats up to cut off that pass back, and then you have the interceptor where they have a pass to one sideline or pass across court. That interceptor has to anticipate the eyes and where that ball is going, and they steal the ball and they go in for a layup and they run it again. Right. So Auntie is not a part of either one of those spots. She's all the way back.
Got you. I just wanted to understand what was different between the two coaching approaches. Got you.
I don't know what you can do. I mean, what would be the best? What the best zone? I mean, 1-3-1. I don't think a 1-3-1 would work for Auntie. A 2-3.
You can. I will put. You could put her in 1-3-1. Depending, you could put her in the middle.
You put her in the middle and put the quick guard in the back.
Yeah,
like how they have Raven in the back.
Yeah, it could work because a lot of times the side, the wings of the 1-3-1, they go out and play man to man,
right?
And then Audie's Audie's 1 foot in, 1 foot out when it's in the paint. All she's gonna be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. If it shifts, she's 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And drop, and she's just going like in a square.
True, square or a triangle.
Well, it depends. Boxes. Yeah. I'm thinking box, corner. Because what I do is box, elbow.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's all depending on what you're trying to do out of 1-3-1. You can do triangle if I get it, but
Mm-hmm.
But with someone that size, I would say box to box, elbow to elbow, because long arms and stuff. So there's so many different ways you can do it, though. That's the thing. It all depends what you're trying to get accomplished. So there's no one.
So then,
set
what is
solution.
it's 3 years? It's 3 years. When we gonna figure it out? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Y'all just talked about it. Y'all just came up with something to try in 12 minutes at the most.
Well, it's not always that easy, though. Yeah, I mean, it's not always that easy.
But listen, when you've been in coaching for 30 years, though, MJ, it's got to come a little bit easier than it does for us talking on YouTube.
It's all about your personnel, though, right? It is. It's about evaluating what your personnel has shown you that they can do in the multitude of practices that you've had throughout the season, during, before the tournament. All that stuff comes into play.
That's what I'm saying. You were able to make this assessment without seeing any practices. He been in all practices, MJ. He been in all of them.
Well, evidently he doesn't believe that they can do it as a team.
Oh, well.
Well, I think it takes a staff. And here's the thing. It takes a staff, and you have to teach that, and that has to be part of your progressions and practice, and it's something that becomes muscle memory, So the most thing that allow the teams that I coached to be effective, because it was the way that we taught it and we introduced it, became muscle. So now they weren't thinking about playing the defense; they were just moving together. Some of the better teams. I had some teams that just didn't get it, and we just keep trucking along. So, but when you have teams that have the IQ or the desire to acquire a better IQ for that, and the desire to be successful, then it's like Aka, you know what I mean? Like,
what's up, Peg?
Aka, where's the ball? Like, where's the ball? Where I'm at? Where's the player? No.
Coach Coleman made a great point. It's the players who want to elevate their basketball IQ, because the coaches that are trying to teach them this, most of them know, the basics on what to do. The coaches that are more experienced with it know the wrinkles. To hey, if you see this outside of that, then you can do this, that type of thing, adjustments on the fly. But what we're say, I'll give you a good example of I won't say basketball IQ, but I'll say chemistry between a coach recognizing what a team can and not can and can't do, but excels at, and what they're not as good at versus another team that they may have had before. Our team this year is not a high-low team. We do not throw the high-low well at all. Last year, it was one of our bread and butter. Chloe and Joyce ate off of high-low. We have barely seen it this year effectively run at all, and it's not because their basketball IQ isn't high and they don't want to learn it. It's more or less they're just the chemistry of the team that they have right now. They're not able to perform it the way that we did last year. It's just it happens like that sometimes. So from there, you do different stuff, right? You figure out what the strengths of your team are, and you work towards that.
So I got a question for y'all. So I get what does Auntie do in the off season to improve her defense?
Coach, you want to take that first?
Coach, if you pick that phone up one more time, like the answer is on there, me and you gonna have a problem, bro. Pick that motherfucking phone up one more time.
So there's the thing, and I don't
Coach is on the game of decks today. No, go ahead, MJ. What you say?
I'm just saying I don't like to put too many labels on players, especially young players. But there's certain things that some players have a ceiling on. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if Auntie can get better at defense.
Okay, let's not say Auntie. In general, okay. Right? Let's say I'm lacking on team defense. I don't do good in our team defense. I'm leaving out in the off season. I know, if I'm working on my shot and give a shooting coach, I'm shoot that right. as coaches, as players, semi-pro players, everything. What are those things that you can that she could do to be better in the team defense? That she, you know what I mean, that she can work on as an individual when she's away from the team.
Drills. Just you got to drill certain options and with them, and you have to drill it until they have it either perfect or almost perfect. You have to, and it's mostly footwork. It's your peripheral vision. I'll give you an example. One of the best team drills that I have for defense that I drilled on in high school and college was, one pass, 5 people on the perimeter.
Mm-hmm.
Every pass that's made, the entire defense shifts. Right, top of the key to free throw line extended. Defense shifts. Pass to the baseline. Defense shifts. That's one of the easiest ways that you'll get people to understand where they're supposed to be, when the ball is on a certain part of the floor. Period. It's just what Coach Coleman said earlier. You have to know where that dividing line is. And the first thing that they taught me is that when your man is on the opposite side of the court and the ball is on the opposite side of who you're guarding, you are right in the middle. You're looking at the hoop down at the other end, and that hoop should split you in half. That's where you should be when you're at least 2 passes away. Period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's where you should be.
Okay, I mean that's fair. I was just wondering, you need to tighten up on team defense, but you had it off without the team. I want to know, what do you do to be better when you see the team again on team defense? Coach, you got something you want to add?
Yeah, I mean, I think everything was well said. But most importantly, I think you can never get enough of improving your speed and agility. And agility means getting somewhere within the context of the sport. I think people misunderstand agility and looking at someone's body. Agility means being able to move within the context of your sport and where you need to be. And so in defense, just increasing
Yeah.
your IQ, seeing where you need to be before it actually gets there.
Right.
That means paying attention to what's going on, and that really helps you take away angles from your opponents when you're being astute and seeing where you need to be. I had the privilege to develop an individual drill where you move your feet in the paint. It doesn't matter what type of defense you play, but knowing where you need to be. And so when you're committed to those things, it's a great drill. What it is a mental toughness in your mind and your body reacting to the situation. So it's your mind and your body understanding the situation, and then also understanding how to play when you're fatigued, meaning not just physically, but mentally. You are mentally fatigued by the time you get to the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
You are. People don't realize that even top teams right now are playing, you are mentally fatigued by the time you get to the fourth quarter. Now the thing is, when when does your IQ kick in, and what pushes your fatigue to playing intentional, right, and being aware and astute. So I'm just gonna say, people that play hard, teams that play hard, they are tired in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
It's just who plays their best while tired.
That's why you see a lot of timeouts in the fourth quarter, because the coach is trying to fight off that fatigue factor. Because when you get down inside of that 4-minute mark, that 2-minute mark, you need people to be clear-headed, clear-minded, so that they can actually perform at their best. Right? We see a lot of mistakes. We've seen it in this tournament. We've seen it in the women's tournament, whereas fatigue has caused even the best players on their teams to make really silly mistakes that cost them a game, or almost cost them a game. And that's fatigue setting in. And I mean, you're the pressure from the other team, some teams that are, maybe they're behind and they're desperate, they're really exerting a lot of energy. They make mistakes too. Like they'll overhelp and they'll leave somebody wide open for an open layup or an open rebound for a putback. We've seen that throughout this tournament, right? So that's why you see a lot of coaches try to stockpile those timeouts until the fourth quarter, so that when they need them, they can use them.
Coach, you got something you want to add?
Nah, sure don't.
Oh, let's move on from Auntie. What else we had going on today?
Did we talk about McMillan and her future plans?
Oh no, we can go. Go ahead, kick us off.
So what it's looking like, and I don't. She's not going to be eligible unless they switch the CBA to actually drop the age limit from 22 to 21. She's not going to be eligible to leave early for the W. So it looked like she's at least in for another couple seasons. Is she going to be on two more teams before she leaves for the W, or is she going to?
I don't think so.
Find a fit somewhere.
I don't think so. I don't expect so. I don't expect her to. So here's the thing. On one hand, I always thought that Kiyomi was transferring after this year. Right? I always thought that I always thought that this was a reset on her brand. I always thought it was a reset on the brand. So I always expected her to leave. But I also say that I thought, oh, okay, it looked like her and Gracie is working out. If they can get something out the portal, maybe she stays. But when the coach got let go, well, shit, what am I supposed to do? So I don't know if this one was on her this time. Although I did expect that she was leaving. I was like, Penn State, I don't know. I think that Kiyomi's going to have some suitors that we didn't expect this time around.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. And what she's going to choose, right? I mean, I can almost anticipate it's going to be a team that needs a floor general of sorts, and where there is going to be room to be able to grow, so to speak. I say that in air quotes. I mean, you know what I mean, Coach. So I mean, I'm saying that in the nicest way possible. So I honestly hope, like, her ability is undeniable. It's all about there's that it factor when it comes to not only what you can do as a player, your ability, but it's your ability to command a team with the ball in your hand as much as you do. I'm waiting for that to click. And it's very hard in certain cases when you're moving from team to team to get that click to happen. It's harder to do unless you really fall into a near perfect situation. I mean, Barker, I would say I thought Barker would be good at UCLA, but behind the scenes there were some different things happening that we weren't privy to specifically, and it all came out this year in a handshake line, right? So, I mean, moving from school to school without really figuring out if it's the best move for you. It's hard to evaluate. We'll put it that way.
Well, I mean, it's 2026. You have the business components of college sports, and I think I appreciate that they can move around, because if coaches can move around when something is not, or some smoke is about to come from them, and they can jump ship. So I think players should have the opportunity and the freedom to do so as such. And so, with the product Miller did, I think it's perfectly fine. Right. It's just like the job goes and that workout is not what you thought it was. You have an opportunity to put in your resignation and look for something better, or shop around and, hey, I got a job, and then I put in the resignation. So for so many years, coaches have been benefiting from these talents. And so now I'm happy to see that there's some almost some leverage where players can do the same thing. And it makes coaches work in a different way, in a different fashion. And if And so for me, I'm not concerned about it because it's not that loyalty to a program. It's about what best fits you and your brand and the situation. And then again, their goal may not be to win a championship, may not to be win regular season. Every individual player doesn't go to school now because they want to win a regular season championship and conference championship. Is to get their stats, do what they get their bag, and go home. And I'm not saying that's her case. I'm saying that's the reality of the times they're in. So I respect that, and that's how I look at that. And players players in college got to make their moves according to where their values lie and how they're being what their management team is working and what they're agreeing to do with as far as their business team that is working with that player. And so that's just a reality we can't forget that plays a factor into why you have all this portal stuff. And to me that's completely fine because it is a business transaction and not just pure basketball. And I'm okay with that because some most of these young adults need to get their bag now because you don't know what the future holds, and you've been helping somebody develop their bag. And so, is there time to get theirs? Why they can, because that doesn't mean everybody is so many roster spots on WNBA, and then maybe everyone doesn't want to go play professional. You know what I mean? To make a bag, you just don't know, right? Or
Well,
they don't want to play.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly with what you just said. I was looking at it from the player's perspective of with talent that great, it's hard, and it happens every once in a while, but for the most part, most of those players that are that talented, they really love the game itself. And my perspective was making sure that she could get the most out of not only her talent, but the ceiling of what her success could be. Does that make sense? As far as, like, for instance, a few teams that I think McMillan could be on that would help those teams probably right away. One in particular that I've been harping about for the last 2 or 3 seasons is Ole Miss. Ole Miss could use another offensive weapon like McMillan,
Right.
in my opinion. Right? I don't know.
Is she gonna play? Is she gonna play Coach Yo defense?
That's the thing. Coach Yo will make her play Coach Yo defense, and if she doesn't, she sits.
Oh, we'll see. Ryder, what's up over there on the Instagram?
But that's what I was.
Facts to the chat.
Right. I wasn't. I'm all for it. You, Coach. We go all the way back to Ed and Charles O'Bannon, right? In the way that
Coach said, don't date him. He was like, hold on. He out here trying to pass for 22 like a motherfucker. He was like, hold on, yeah, no. He was like, hold on, not us, Ghostface Picker. Wait a minute. He was like, wait. You see his eyes got big. He was like, wait a minute, hold on. He was like, Ed and Charles.
Right.
Some of us go back to Ed and Charles O'Bannon, and their decades upon decades struggle to be able to make this what's happening today happen.
Right. That's right.
So yeah, I'm all for that. I have never been against that. Like, even as a coach, I'm for the players. So
right. So that's why I don't, when it's early like this, I don't really go into a deep dive because they have that privilege, and you kind of just, there's always more to the story, right? And I just like you respect why a coach gets fired or a coach decides to resign, I'm going to respect why a player decides they need to get in the portal. I'm not going to credit because they have that right to do that.
They do. Yep.
All right. So I see. Let me get to the super chat. And it's also a great segue into what I actually got y'all two up here for on the porch. And it'll be quick because I see Coach over there. He keep getting in his phone like he got some place to go. So we're gonna make it quick.
I was sipping.
Coach got a schedule. Coach got a schedule running thing. He got something to do. Look, Coach say.
Who's driving that one? Jermaine.
Coach about to go. Coach about to go. Coach say he about to go. Jeff Blaze said, breaking news, Carol Lawson is mad at Flau'jae. If Carol Lawson is mad at Flau'jae, then they've already lost to LSU.
Yeah.
Yes.
If today Carol Lawson is thinking about Flau'jae and not
That's a wrap.
beating LSU, they're already beaten. Period. Coach Yo got 7 spots open. Yeah, but she needs a balance of offense and defense.
Oh man.
Well, yeah, we all 70s babies night. Coach was like, not him. He was born in 1999, like a motherfucker.
You don't see all this youth in my hands.
You must say what? Ed and Charles, what? No.
Don't put that on me.
He was like, hold on. He was like, hold on, OG.
Oh, you just don't put me out there like that.
I don't think that there's a lot to say about North Carolina, Connecticut, Minnesota, UCLA, unless y'all got hot takes about that.
25. UConn probably got them by 25. I'd say even by the half, they might have them by 25. So
North Carolina, Minnesota, UCLA. Do you expect that one to be a close one?
I mean, I think Minnesota is playing a boost, but I don't see. I think UCLA be able to get by them. I don't see them having.
He said that like Minnesota, one of them babies that keep crying. He's like, I don't know what to do. You put them in the car and they sleep before you turn the corner. Yeah.
Because you know,
he said drive. They sleep before you turn the corner. You ain't even got to hit the freeway with them. They sleep.
Yeah, because
took them in. Okay, go ahead.
Because it's subliminally controversial how they made it that far. So, but also, Ole Miss didn't complete their assignment, right? So, so it puts a little. I'm gonna go back in my old words from my grandma. It puts a little twits and twanks in my feelings when it comes to a team like Minnesota.
Twinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right. I heard that.
Hey, I ain't old enough to understand a Twix or a Twink. See what I'm saying? Hold on.
Yeah. Those are old South sayings.
Yeah, old South saying it put a Twix and a Twank.
Twix
I was born in the New North, sir. So.
in New North.
I was born and raised in New Jersey.
The New North. I was raised free. So, I was born and raised free.
I was born free.
I'm not a fan of either team, but I'm gonna go ahead and say I think UCL is gonna be able to handle business.
Minnesota. Who was that? Kendall was messing with me about making sure I give an upset. Minnesota. For some reason, I keep feeling like Minnesota's gonna get UCLA, although I don't want it, but that's what I'm thinking.
Don't bet on
that. I ain't said I was putting no shekels on it. I said that's just what my gut is telling me right now. We already talked about it. MJ already gave us his picks. We're gonna watch these games.
Give you some Pepto-Bismol for your gut.
I've already bet my money on Notre Dame. Oh, okay. So many tears this weekend. I've already bet my money on Notre Dame, Virginia, and Duke. Okay. I'm sorry.
You going for the upset.
I heard that expression. The Twix and Twanks. Yeah, I don't know about that, but I can't wait. I can't wait for tomorrow to talk about tween. I can't wait to tween tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
Yep. Oh man.
As soon as I start talking basketball, I can't wait to see somebody tween. So.
Oh my goodness.
Let's move to. Well, I'll let you all pick Notre Dame, Vandy, or Duke, LSU. Which one y'all want to go to?
Go ahead, coach.
Pick one. Pick. Let me know which game y'all want to talk about first.
Let's talk about Notre Dame and Vandy.
Okay. So, MJ.
Yep.
Since coach picked the game, do you want to be the Notre Dame coach or the Vandy coach?
Vandy.
Damn. Okay, so coach is coaching and a doggo now. Okay, we got it. We got it.
Yep.
MJ, give me your strategy. How are you beating Notre Dame?
I am running Hidalgo through at least 3 or 4, and if I can, 5 screens every possession down the floor. I am going to make her work, even if it means making no breaks Blake's a decoy for half of a quarter, just to tire her out. Even though she has the battery of an Energizer Bunny, fatigue does set in. We've seen it. We've seen her in fatigue, and we've seen her make mistakes down the stretch of games. That is exactly how I would attack her, because she is the head of the snake, and it is proven that that team does play well when Hidalgo is going. If you can slow her down a little bit, Vanderbilt will have a great chance of winning this game by double digits. Questions, comments, concerns?
I think StreamYard was hating. I asked you, who is your starting five?
Okay, yeah, that
Your
was
starting
StreamYard.
five.
StreamYard was in.
Starting five. If you can hear me, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah,
Okay,
you know.
yes. Coach, don't try to get out your big gamer decks now. He cheating, MJ. He cheating. He cheating. You see him? He cheating. He put his phone. He went put his phone down and went to his pad. He cheating on you.
That's what you're supposed to do. I would go to my clipboard if I had it next to me.
Yeah, MJ ain't got his MJ. The only thing is MJ don't have his camera on. See, I don't know. He over there on his whiteboard like a motherfucker. Just
the whiteboard.
Yeah, arrows going every which way and everything. Give me a starting lineup, man. Who you starting? Or is it the same starting lineup that they go with? How would you use your personnel? So I want your starting lineup and your first person off the bench.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, well, let's get into it then. Let's see. So, I mean, I keep the starting lineup the same, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm not really changing up that much. If I need to make a quick sub, I will. Right, like I said, we got Wyndham Tonda on the bench, ready to come in if we need to put her in. One of the things that you can do with Notre Dame is that Vanderbilt has definitely a size advantage. So we can go inside to Washington, test them out, see if we can soften them up inside. If they double down on her and she can't get off the way that she needs to, then we can swing the ball out to Passat, see if she's hot. If she can hit a 3 or 2 early, that'll put Notre Dame on the heels. Find out where Hidalgo is, and basically we can. Okay, here's a good strategy that it's rarely used. Finding who the best defender is on the team and hiding them. So just like you would hide a bad defender, on the bottom side of a man defense, they'll put I won't name any names just because I don't want to hear anybody's mouth. Whereas somebody will run to the corner, to the 3-point line at the very bottom of the floor, and that's where you hide. That's where you hide the worst defender. We would do the opposite. We'll take Blake's, run her off a few screens, and have her go to the corner and have Hidalgo sit next to her, because Hidalgo can't help off that much on Blake. She knows that. But that lets us run 4-on-4 with the other Notre Dame players who we think we have an advantage of, whether it's a height advantage or a play advantage.
Okay. And who's your first person off the bench?
It'll either be Wyndham Tonda or it'll be Mitchell.
Okay, and last question before we go to Coach, while he taking his power pellets and shit over there. Is there a scenario where you use ADR in this game?
For fouls or end of the quarter action. If we get into foul trouble with Washington or Passat, we put ADR in there. Last
okay.
minute and a half of a quarter.
Okay, I thought you meant to go in there.
Only if they are in foul trouble, you would put ADR in. Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Coach, you got Big Doggo. How you beating Vandy?
One, what I would look at is we know that Blake's from Washington very familiar. I know that Blake's favors the left side of the court and top of the key with the shooting, and so want to pick up half court and then push to the right side. And what we call stunning a double team. I'm not going to show a whole double team because I want to take time off the shot clock. Even though they like to go deep down the shot clock, but I want to make it a more difficult angles and different shots. So what we call stunt and sprint. So we're stunning out, showing a double team, and then sprinting back. So it's stunt. So whenever whoever the main guard, if Hannah's on it, then we're stunning. The reason why we want to stunt is because we want to help Hannah stay out of foul trouble. And so
Kendall said it sounds like Nolan Richardson versus Tubby Smith.
And so we want to stun out and sprint. So anytime whoever's the next next player is stunning out, stunning, showing the push, what we call push them up. We call up and off the line because he can't turn the corner to drive to the basket. And that's why we stunt, because we know Blake's likes to drive as well as not just a jump shooter. And so in that, the stunting also should make it difficult for post entry pass. So while you're stunting, we want to have what we call a hard deny of the post and push and angle ourselves in post defense to push the pass to the baseline. So we call pinch down in defense, meaning we can double. So what pinch down means is I'm pinching down with my back to the post player, and I'm counting on the person fronting to be there, and the person fronting has help from the weak side. And the reason why I'm going to pinch down, if I'm the guard, I'm going to pinch down my back to the post player so I can be able to recover, sprint out and recover to the perimeter player because they have shooters.
All right, who's your starting five?
Starting five is usually how they go: Jesus, Sanchez. I think they do more Hidalgo, Prosper. I think height wise, you're gonna have to off the bench throw some Cowells out there so you can disrupt. And it's not about so much talent; it's about just throwing bodies to the post and looking at some guards if you need to buy time to throw to the post. When I say buy time, protect other players, other guards, and most of my guard rotation will be more for defense. That's stunting, sprinting. I would specifically tell them, if you open your shooting, but you're here to just disrupt the offense. Let's stick to the plan. Let's stunt, sprint, being help, stunt, sprint, being help, pinch down. That's what we're doing, and that's what we be doing. So he said Nolan Richardson is Tubby Smith. So who's Nolan Richardson, Kendall? I'm just asking.
Oh yeah, can it play all 40 minutes?
Huh?
Does Hannah have to play all 40 minutes?
Unfortunately, probably like 35. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Both of them probably got to play 38.
I was gonna ask you too. Does Michaela have to play 40 minutes? Is Blake's 40 minutes for you?
Yeah, about 38, 37, 38 minutes, both of them.
Who are you trying to foul out on the other team?
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, Hidalgo's got an easy one, but you know what? If you get Prosper into foul trouble, that really hurts them early because they don't really have another scoring option off the bench.
I try to get Washington, Mitchell,
So
and foul trouble.
Yeah.
Michaela gets downhill and puts pressure on the referees to call fouls.
Yes.
When Michaela is getting downhill, do you want Hannah on her 1-on-1? Do you want Hannah risking picking that foul up?
So
And
that that's why I say I think any coach you would have somebody in the vicinity to stunt and show and take away those driving lanes. So I don't know how Ivy's going to play it because if they play a matchup, you don't have someone to come over and to push her back to reverse the ball. So the whole thing about stunting out and showing a double team is to force that ball out of the main player's hand because they know they can't turn that corner on you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
so let me ask you this: when they get downhill and the pressure is on them to make the call, who's earned the whistle, Michaela or Hannah?
I think I'll be honest with you. This game comes down who establishes their type of tempo of game. Really, I think we're going to expect some basketball biases because the Basconomics may be want to see Vandy and um, UConn, but we're not going to make excuse. I think you got it from the tip off of the game. You have to try to establish how you play and force the hand of officials to call because you as a team establish that. So I'm going to go. Setting aside Basconomics, we know that's a factor, but I'm not going to lean into that as a crutch. I'm going to go with who establishes their style of play first, who imposes their will of play first. That's usually how the officials lean because you strike first, right? You strike iron first for having, and you get the attention of the officials. So
Mm-hmm.
so I say who scores first may have the upper hand of the whistle.
MJ, Shea Ralph representative, tell me what it is that you all respect about Ivy's clipboard.
Ivy does a good job of, and I noticed this at the end of last year, even though there was some interfiction that actually stopped us from working as well as it has for them this season. She does a good job of a few standard sets that she uses. She has a lot of different options off of those sets, right? Even making Hidalgo a decoy in one of them, which was genius, especially when Prosper had a mismatch a couple games before the I can't remember which game that was in the SEC tournament, but she had a mismatch in not the SEC tournament, but the ACC tournament where she had a mismatch and she was able to get two buckets in a row off of the same set. It looked exactly the same. The defense couldn't do anything about it. I thought that was very impressive. I think she dumbs it down enough so that those options that she uses off of sets that look the same are effective, if that makes sense.
Okay. Coach, representing Coach Ivy, what do you respect about Shea's clipboard?
Just the ability to get good shots for the shooters for Galvin and Blakes and other shooters, and then also will run some things where it can get loose the post players at times where they're cutting to the basket, catching and laying up, spreading the court out. Um, so those things that I appreciate what they do, and then and also they have moments of brilliance defense. I said moments of brilliance defensively. I'm being honest. I think when you have offensive minded guards, it's hard to say you're gonna have good defense. You know what I mean? Because somebody gonna run it. And, it's so I'm really excited to see this game.
Right.
Coach, representing Ivy, tell us where you think Shea is lacking on the clipboard.
Lacking on the clipboard.
Yeah, where she needs to tighten up on the clipboard.
Tighten up on the clipboard. I could say her tighten up on the clipboard. I say you need to make more plays for other players.
Mm-hmm.
More pro. See, I would love to see you have some, some 3 and 4s there. I think you need to be intentional while making plays for getting them open and getting some looks and inside out. So you can tighten up on that. Defensive end. And defensive end, I think expand a little more, challenge your team a little more defensively
Mhm.
because it's so offensively intentional, right? And you kind of their team has to run it up to be in an opportunity to win. So if you can be more intentional in half court defense with certain teams, you just can't run it up on time. You just can't just run it up
Mm-hmm.
because they're not going to give it to you that easy. So you have to figure something out defensively to put your team in a position to have an opportunity. And I think that showed recently in past few weeks as well. So
MJ
Mm-hmm.
representing Shay. Tell us where Ivy clipboard is lacking.
One of the things that I've seen, we saw it last year, and we saw it a few times this year. The adjustment to stop runs sooner on defense. There have been times where she'll pass up calling a timeout when a team goes on a 6-0 run or an 8-2 run or something like that because she's either trying to conserve timeouts or she's believing in her team that they'll be able to figure it out and stop the run. They were able to actually pull out a couple of those games because of Hidalgo heroics, but especially in games like this, if Vandy gets on a run, if we get on a run, so to speak, she can't sit there and not try to conserve a timeout. She's gonna have to call that timeout, or that run can go from 8-2 to 14-4 or 18-6, and then the game's out of reach. Yeah, Lue makes a good point. So that's true too, and that's actually what Hidalgo has been doing for a good portion of the season. Is that she's played off of the main scorer on the other team just so that she can roam, like Seth says, like she'll guard everybody, right? If you turn your head on her thinking that she's running to her to get back to her man, and you turn your back, she'll come by and she'll strip you. Like we saw that in her 16 steal game. Like she was guarding everybody. People thought she was, oh yeah, okay. Oh, she's gone. And then turn around, nope, gone. Cookies, gone. She's on her way to the other end for a layup. Yeah, that's one of the ways. But I don't know if she can get away with it with Vandy because Vandy has too many scoring options, especially 3-point shooters. Passat's 3-point shooter. Blake can hit him. Galvin can hit him. Winantana's come off the bench and she can hit him. So you can't do that with them, and they do a really good job of passing it inside. And Washington will pass it back out. If she gets doubled, she will pass it back out, and they'll swing until they get the best shot. So that's dangerous. That's danger zone if you're going to be trying that. We'll find out how effective that will be when you have that many shooters on the floor. In my humble opinion, of course.
You working for your check? You working for your check, coach?
There was hot takes. Shout out to y'all because they had no idea what they was coming up here for. So shout out to them. Y'all might have could have been like freestylers in y'all former life or something. I don't know. They had no idea what they was gonna do. I don't know. We're gonna do some hot take stuff. So here we go. North Carolina, UConn. Who y'all got?
I'm going UConn. North Carolina doesn't have enough depth
Yeah, I got UConn by 25, at least 25. I don't trust. I haven't believed in North Carolina all season, even though they ended up having a good ACC uh, uh, conference run. I still
Right.
don't believe in them. I don't. I can't.
Did
Not
I
enough.
convince anybody to come over to the dark side with me and go Minnesota? Over the
I think here's the thing. I think size and quote unquote physicality they will match up fairly well with UCLA. I just don't see them getting out of there with a dub.
Right? Yeah.
Couldn't convince nobody. It's all
I
right.
can't. Yeah, I don't. Like the game that they had. Yeah, it just
One
it
is
was a
the
grind.
luckiest number.
Definitely a grind. Yeah. Yeah, as much as they hawk the ball and all that stuff, I don't know how they're going to react when you actually run up against a team that deliberately set screens to get you tired, and then they'll turn around and all of a sudden they're in a full court press and trap, right? They're running trap, full court trap. I saw them run it in the second round, and they couldn't get the ball over half court 3 times in a row. So I don't know if Minnesota can handle that.
These are good call-outs. These are good call-outs.
Yeah.
Coach, you're not coming over to the dark side either. I was waiting. Oh, it's all right.
Man, you know why? Because I just got it's hard for me because just how everything went down with that last game with him. So just
Yeah.
I got that taste in my mouth.
It's out on the limb. It's all good.
I get why you pushing for the Minnesota Gophers. I get it and I respect it, but
No, really, I'm really not pushing for them. I want to see, everybody keep talking about, my goal is to still see UCLA in Ravens time, right? So there's that. But again,
okay.
For some reason, my gut is just saying it's something strange with this one. My spidey senses about this one.
Right.
I don't know.
And do we remember or they remember what the lead, what the lead, the win, point difference was in the win when in the Big Ten matchup that UCLA beat Minnesota?
I can find it real quick.
Will Kara and Kim have a cat fight at half court? No.
No, man.
Kim's not worried about Kara. It's Big Four and Kara. And Kara's trying to take the high road on these things, but the media won't let her.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's a whole different topic, and it's ridiculous. I'm not a Kara fan, but don't.
But it doesn't. But it's not a topic if Kara doesn't respond the first time. If Kara did, if Kara doesn't get on her social media and let us know that she see everything, we're not talking about it today.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Point well taken.
I just think, like, come on, man. Like, now you don't want to talk about it. Now you don't want us to ask about it. But you was all, what I'm saying? It was all good just a few months ago.
UCLA beat Minnesota by 18.
Yeah, you caught that L at the crib. Now you don't want to talk about it no more. All right. It was all about your resume a few months ago. Now, all right, okay, I answered that already. Okay. Let that be it then. Let that be it. Say that then. Say
that. UCLA beat Minnesota by 18 regular season, right? So the question is, has Minnesota they've gotten better? Have they gotten 18 points better in a matchup with UCLA coming up?
Well, they've had some good wins. They had some good wins after They lost to UCLA. They lost to Washington by 13
Wait.
the next game. But then they did beat Iowa by 6. They went on to beat Ohio State by 13. But then they turned around and lost to Michigan State by 14. And then they lost to Ohio State by 5. So really don't know which Minnesota team that we're going to get from time to time.
Time after time. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm still a no on them beating UCLA. UCLA is bigger than them too. Like I know Minnesota has some size. Not only are they're bigger, they're slightly more athletic, which it's weird to say, but they are. With Hawkes and Kiki, I mean, she can get away with a little bit. I think their Minnesota guards are pretty up to task for her, but I don't think they have an answer for Neepkins. You may be able to frustrate, Betts, but I don't know for how long. They don't really have anybody that can really, deter her unless she deters herself or she gets in foul trouble early.
Even okay, you have made your points. You're not coming over to my side. Don't come over here then.
He said, dang.
Keep on going on and on and on. All right,
I mean, there's so much more to say.
And then they eat Cheerios.
They know what I was saying no. They know what I was saying no.
Minnesota eats Cheerios.
You ain't coming.
UCLA eat Honey Nut Cheerios. You know what I mean?
Furthermore, in the juxtaposition of it all, and when you think about it,
I didn't even put in Dougalage. I didn't even put in Legger Walker.
Like Minnesota eat Lay's, they UCLA eat barbecue chips.
Cut the mic.
And then let's go to the analytics of pre-game meals.
If it's the bouncier balls, bro, what?
Just said.
He's just taking it. Okay, but no, you're not coming. Okay.
Well, they play with the Wilson and then the Baden. What's the NCAA brand?
You got the Nike ball out. They play better with a ball than I'm not doing it for you. All right,
yeah, exactly. I mean,
on to the big daddy of them all.
Mm-hmm.
On to the big daddy of them all.
What we got?
LSU Duke.
All right. I'm glad Gamecocks fan ain't in here. She's not gonna like this conversation. She probably already left if she wasn't here.
If you say Gamecock, if you say commish five times, she might.
I know she probably. I know.
Wow, like commit or go to commish, bang. Oh, no,
Exactly.
Okay.
She is not for the nonsense.
I'm gonna tell on you anyway, so go ahead and tell it.
Yeah, pretty much. She'll expect it.
I'm gonna tell on you anyway. So go ahead.
Knows how I feel about LSU anyway. It's kind of is what it is at this point. Yeah, Coach, what you got on Duke's chances?
Hey, I just think LSU got more basketball cray on the court. They get some further little grit, and I say that with terms of respect because there's some young ladies at LSU that can go. And earlier, I have to echo what we Cess Talk Sports talked about. Jada Richard is special, right? And it's hard to see in the Tiger, but she has matured, and Richard is a special player, and she's grown in the game and knows how to get her teammates involved. And then you add in championship experience with Malaysia for a while, and then and then even Big Four has some championship for a while. And I mean, my Joyner, she's a go getter around the board. I mean, she, and Grace Knox.
She's a senior. It's really
Yeah.
unfortunate she's a senior. Go ahead. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Coach, go ahead. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I agree with you. I think she would benefit from one more year playing at a higher level. And, and Grace Knox, is sometimes, and I say this right. Sometimes to be good, sometimes you're a little off in the head, right? So I'm gonna love on Grace Knox, and I just hope that she finds some maturity in whatever's going on with that young lady in a serious way that
Oh,
that
she
can be
got to stay on the
supported,
floor. Yeah, she got to stay
huh?
on the floor. They need her on the floor. She
Yeah,
does.
she got
You
to
got to
stop
understand
crashing
her
out.
importance. They haven't made
Yeah,
her understand her importance.
yeah, she
They've
is
not
so
done a good job
valuable.
with
She is so
Who?
valuable to what
that.
great
Grace
Grace
Knox.
Knox. Yeah, she is so
Oh, not.
valuable to what.
Yep.
Yeah, she's
Yeah, I
so
mean,
valuable.
Because
you,
because Grace Knox is the toughness.
Right.
but you have to
She's the
funnel.
consistent toughness.
You
Yeah,
have
but
to
you gotta come on.
funnel
You
that
don't know.
that
You don't
that
know.
emotion.
You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, but you got to funnel
Somebody
that
got to show that,
emotion because that
bro.
emotion could be
Bro,
dangerous.
bro. Her attitude reflects the leadership. Kim don't follow one fucking rule. Kim is out on the other side of the court talking to the ref. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need somebody to model this behavior for her, man.
No,
Right.
it's not a good
Some
thing,
of that,
especially when you don't.
but I like that she came out and said, "Hey, I understand. I got to stay on the floor. I got to be better for my team. Now show us. Now show us.
I mean, she's
Saying and
saying
doing
all
is
the
two
right
different things,
things,
right?
Now we
And
got to
then
give her a
then
chance to show us. She got to give us a chance. We have to give her a chance to show us that she learned.
so,
but it's not just
Over
her
now,
though, right? I mean, it's a number of players on that team that get overly emotional in situations where they need to keep their poise. It's
didn't
been
you hear
working
what
out
Kim
so
said?
far.
it's a
Huh?
Didn't you
product
hear what
of
Kim
their
said?
program. It's a product of their staff, man.
No,
What's up?
y'all didn't hear what Kim said. Thank you to South Carolina. She said it was a lot of pettiness and bullshit going on in the huddle. And after they lost to South Carolina, they had to come to Jesus and they playing better together. They got it all out on the table.
Yeah.
That BTA helped them. It helped them get to hit Storm Norman Foreman. Helped them. It pushed them over. It pushed them into. You know what I'm saying? Storm Foreman, Norman, whatever it is.
Well, the one thing I can say for sure for LSU, I see why they pushed Miracle Shepherd out uh, in favor of the potential of Jada Richard. So that's unofficial. I'm not. It's not anything that I know. I'm just making up something right now. It seems like that's what happened. Um, I'll just leave it at that.
Gilbert too.
Well, Gilbert had some family issues, but then again, like I said before, they pushed her to the exactly. Thank you. They pushed her to the bench later in the season too in favor of I can't remember who it was at the time, but I was a little disappointed with that because we all saw that Gilbert saved them in their preseason schedule not once but twice at the buzzer, and for whatever reason. They gave her the Bella Hines treatment that Bella Hines was getting earlier in the season. So I don't understand it. So
Yeah. You look on paper. I'm gonna say the more talented team is LSU, and then every say the emotions and this, that, and everything. And so all my pushback is I protect young adults. I mean, and my thing is it's a predominantly black females. And so I don't like that narrative, even though I'm not a fan of LSU. I don't like that narrative for those young ladies. They're
yeah,
emotional and personal because yeah, they go through changes and they're learning things, but also the adults that are responsible for growing that program are still are like Auntie mentioned are responsible to role model and to pour into them and I'm not and if that's not happening, it's not happening. But I'm very careful in what I say because I don't like the narrative on those young ladies because they're having a moment, and that's not totally. I don't think it don't define them that that's who they are. And also, they're competitors. Here's the thing: you could talk about the cursing and rolling our eyes, but they're playing at the top level platform in Division 1 basketball. So obviously, they got something special. They can play. So give them
I,
the respect there. So that's just one thing I'm very cautious of. I don't like continue to harp on that because no one is perfect. How many times people, even in this chat or myself, have you blacked out at work or you about to black out on somebody at work? You know what I mean? Things happen.
Mhm.
We're human,
Right.
right? Is the thing is, are there people in our corner that care about us enough to say, try this is maybe a better way to what to air out your frustration and your anger. That's all I'm saying.
But I'm
I'm not.
getting mixed messages from the coaching staff when that should be the message for sure. But then we see 4 players escorted out of the program last year. Um, one of them being one of her favorites, according to her, next to Big Four, which was Samaya Smith that went to Virginia, and Smith was hurt for about a season and a half. And Moki even said she was anticipating Smith coming back, and I'm gonna play her. That's what she said. And now, after that season, you see her just leave. Like it's just like what's the real message going on at LSU? I mean, is it about the players or is it about the coach?
Um, from what we see in the personality from that coach that's come from Baylor to here, I'm saying what it appears, right? And what
Mm-hmm.
it seems is about the career of that coach. It seems from my court view, right? I'm not in the program. I'm not down there. It
Mm-hmm.
appears per court view, it's about the prestige of that coach, that head coach on the sideline. That's how it appears from the outside looking in.
Yeah, I agree
From my
with you.
court
I'm
view.
not. I agree with you. It does. It looks more like you know I've been there, done that, which she has. However, it's I go back to Morris. I go back to Kateri Poole. Um, I go back to I go to Gilbert. I go to Miracle Shepherd. I go to ADR. I go to Smith. I go to Wolfenbarger. Um, we 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 basically we gifted them a championship player. We don't lose that many players over at South Carolina like that. So that's why I ask what I mean, I asked the chat. Is it really about the players or is it more about the coach? Um, Kateri Poole brought Angel Reese in. Like they recruited Angel, but they didn't know that she was gonna. I don't know if they. I think they weren't sure that they had a real inside chance on getting Angel Reese until Kateri Poole stepped in.
Right. Because then they play on the circuit together, I
Right.
think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're friends. Yeah, they're. Yeah, I mean, I won't say they're best friends, but they've been friends for a long time.
Yeah,
Uh,
basketball friends. Yeah.
yeah, so I would say, and then whatever dust up it was, the rumor is that Kateri got into it with Big Four, and and I'm gonna say something controversial and hot take ish right now,
Right.
um, but based off of Moki's past experience with some of her players that may be a part of the Rainbow community,
Right.
Kateri Poole was kicked off the team.
And yeah,
So I don't know how bad
protect her
that fight
baby.
was.
Protect her baby.
I don't know I don't know what was said to the point where Kateri Poole, the person that actually brought the player that helps you get a championship, gets kicked off the team. And it wasn't like Kateri Poole was a bum. She was a contributor on that LSU team. So that
Yeah.
that's I said it. I don't
Right.
know where you guys want to run with it, but that's what I saw.
I I do want to respect the chat question here. Kendall said, "Do you guys agree that the head coach sets the tone for the program?" And I'm going to say, great question. Yes, I do. The coach and the coaching staff, right? If the head coach and the coaching staff are on the same page, you're talking the same language, and you're modeling certain things that you want to pass on and invest and pour into your into your student athletes, into your players. The biggest thing is that you're not just basketball players, but they also have professional pursuits and they have other things that they're interested in. And so I think if I think if you want to find, so I think that's the biggest thing. When a coach shows up and shows you who they are on on the sideline, it gives you a sign of that's how they run their program. If you just pay attention long enough, they can spell out some things. So I think that's a great question.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Hey,
disagree
if
with
y'all don't mind,
that at
let's
all.
I see Paige has said that there's a little bit more to the situation. Y'all don't mind, I'm
Ah,
gonna have
come
Paige
on
pop
up,
up.
Paige.
I'm gonna have
We
Paige
can get
pop
some
up.
insight.
Coach, coach. I
Yes,
want
Get
to
some
be
sir.
insight. Oh,
respectful
and I
of
Yes,
want to
sir.
your.
recognize
I want to
somebody
be.
else that said a name too.
I want to be
Poa.
respectful of your time, coach, too. So, if you need to drop off at some point, it's okay if we haven't wrapped. But now the conversation has gotten going, so I ain't gonna just stop it. But you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna be respectful of your time too. So
Right, right.
feel free to let us
Awesome.
know. You know what I mean? How it's going for you.
Awesome. Yep. There's more to the story. I'm ready for the more to the story.
Well,
Oh, now
here's
you
what
got. Look at you. Now
I'm
he
just
wants some popcorn.
I'm just gonna
Now he
say
wants.
I'm gonna acknowledge Jeremy's extra player too is Poa, who is now at Arizona State. In our viewpoint, Poa laid her health on the line for that team with her concussions. Had to miss a lot of time because of it. So now she's at Arizona State. Um, I'm not sure how you can't use a tall guard, a wing.
So let's find
On
out. Let's
so
let's let's find out what was extra. So y'all let's go ahead and mute while Paige is talking, so we don't get no feedback. And then let's go, Paige. What you got for us?
You were right about the Kateri pool situation, but the Kateri pool situation did have to do with Flage also though, because they had a disagreement in the locker room that went past, and that's basically why Kateri's not there anymore, is because Kim chose what side she wanted to be on, and that's why Angel had such a hard time in that 24-year ASA.
The guys got quiet. I'm gonna ask some questions. So you said it was also that she got into it with Flage. So with like in
In
the
the
sense that
locker
like
room.
so Kateri Poole, like, are you mean like she was a problem in the locker room, or I don't understand?
No, I'm not saying like a problem in the locker room. What I'm saying, well, Kim thought she was, but she really wasn't the problem. The problem was Flage. She's been a problem since her freshman year. She's been causing most of the issues behind the scenes.
So and now that you're up here, I'm gonna ask this question too, since Kim was so gracious to give us a thanks, let us know that after the South Carolina loss in the SEC tournament, it shook the Tigers. And there was
Yeah.
a lot of petty stuff going on in the huddle that had to be resolved. What does that mean? You got any insight on that for us?
The pettiness? The pettiness stems from leadership. Because we don't have a consistent leader. And I'll just say a lot of the underclassmen do not respect the upperclassmen when it comes to leadership. Like,
When you say upperclassmen, is that even beyond Flage?
that's
Upperclassmen are Michaela, the upper
the
class.
upperclassmen I'm talking about are Michaela and Flage. Because a lot of the freshmen, they really only look up to Jada and Full Wiley, but Kim doesn't want that just yet. She wants the Michaela and Flage leadership, but it's not doing its thing right now. But
How does Michaela fit in next season then? When Flage is gone, if it's do you how does she fit in?
to be honest, I don't know how she will fit in because I know Kim is trying to move to the Jada Full Wiley next year for the leadership.
but that's good for MK Dub, right? If she doesn't want to leave, she can just hoop.
Yeah, she could just hoop. That's why I feel like it's good for her, but there's a lot of question marks.
A lot of question marks, like if people still gonna be in the boot.
Not that way necessarily. Just question marks on how some people gonna feel about the roles on the team.
Oh, more chemistry. Okay.
Yes.
Do
Yes.
you have any idea who's gonna be coming in as the assistant coaches, or who's gonna be doing the recruiting now that Reedus is gone?
I do. I believe Kim wants to get more involved into the recruiting, and I also heard that they want Simone Augustus to do a little bit of it. We're not having a recruiting person come in quite yet, and I'm concerned, but hoping for the best.
Okay. How are y'all feeling? Are y'all feeling pretty confident about what you got coming in next season? I mean,
yeah, we're looking into the portal.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. A lot of people be in the portal.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I know we're looking at one Iowa State player. I'm not gonna say who.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Could y'all have? Well, never mind. I ain't gonna ask that because you ain't gonna say. But I was gonna ask, like, was it gonna be like a Jada Square type of backcourt, like a Jada and Jada them? You know, like here comes Jada them.
No, maybe the other star on that team that hasn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take that. Interesting. So let's focus on what y'all got coming up here in Sacramento, right? Let's focus on what y'all got coming up here in Sacramento. All of the petty stuff is out of the way.
Yeah.
Is it out of the way enough where they're going to be able to focus? Do you expect them to beat Duke? And then I'm hearing this Carol is still mad at Flau'jae. She wouldn't address it. Is their energy still there? Are y'all still? Do you think the team is still like, we got to get Duke on the get back type shit, or is it just like
I don't
a
think
business
so.
trip?
I think it's just a business trip. I don't think so. No.
What scares you the most? What scares you the most about Duke tomorrow? Coach MJ, if y'all got questions, jump in. You know.
Scares me about Duke, their defense.
Okay, so I got Fool Wiley for going for more than 20 tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I got Fool Wiley being the X factor of this game.
I mean, I might as well ask while you're up here. I wanted to get your take. I got Fool Wiley for more than going for more than 20 tomorrow. I just wanted to check in with you.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Couldn't
do it.
Was that some Shaq?
So wait, MJ, you thought they were pushing Simone out?
Oh. That's what I thought until the conversation she had when they asked her about the assistant coaches, and she said she only wants to hear one voice. My question, and I don't know, Paige might not know this, but I can't remember. Because I remember that we had an assistant coach go to was it Grand Canyon? Was that I don't remember us kicking him off of the coaching staff when we went to the national tournament. Is that normal?
I don't. Ooh.
It's a tough one.
What I'll say is I knew he wasn't going to be our coach for the long term during NCAA tournament. I knew he was going to leave.
Yeah.
Because we already told Kim before the season started, like, if he gets a job to be a head coach, he was out.
Right. Yeah. And that's fair. I mean, that's definitely fair.
But I do think it's kind of weird, though, that Kim still let him recruit for the 26th season. Because I'm like, he might take a lot of our recruits from that. That's my only thing. I'm like, why Kim?
Let's make a deal, probably.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm thinking Moki is probably confident in the NIL money that she can offer versus where he's going.
Yeah.
So if
about
he
my
gets
home
anybody,
state,
it's,
though.
it's kind of like on a Jerry Maguire type thing. You know, who's coming with me? Who? I mean, that's the only thing I can think of when it comes to that part of it. But yeah, it's weird. I can't remember the last person or the last coach to take the assistant coaches off of the bench going into a national tournament, even though they've got a job somewhere else. I can't remember the last time that's happened. And it wasn't just him. It was another coach too. Another coach. She took another coach off the bench.
Yep.
So it's baffling.
So do you see, will anybody leave for Rutgers?
It's two players in the going to enter the portal.
Really?
Yeah.
For LSU,
I didn't know.
Yeah, for LSU. Will anybody leave LSU for Rutgers?
Leave LSU. Okay.
Oh yeah.
LSU. I'll just say there's two.
Specifically for Rutgers, though.
To go to Rutgers, yes, two right now.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. But both of them really don't get playing time, and one is not with them in the SEC right now, wherever they're at, in Sacramento.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Wow. Okay, and they've informed Kim, like Kim knows, like, hey, I'm out. As far as the players that are gonna go to Rutgers.
Pretty much, I'll say that.
Okay. Pretty clear.
Yeah, all that's all I give.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
I mean, coaches. Kim was like, "Yo, I got another job, coach." Yeah, you can go now.
You can go.
You can't be married to 2 wives. Wait a minute, Kim. Hey, I got another question. Side note: what's up with Kim with all the singing lately? Kim feeling good, ain't she? Kim been singing at all these press conferences, and then she wants us to name that tune. What's going on with Kim?
I don't know what's going on with that.
Kim give you a lyric and be like, name that. What's that? Kim, we don't know. Sing it again.
Going at the press every chance she gets and start singing it. Y'all know that song. Y'all know everything else, don't you?
Do you expect Kim to make any changes to the off season and how you guys work? Like, will there be a summer program this year, or will it stay kind of like you do your vacation and we'll see you?
It's gonna be the vacation. She likes that vacation, So
yeah, but with okay, I get that she likes the vacation, but the AD is also saying you got to play a tougher schedule. So don't you need to make some adjustments since you're not going to be able to just?
They might have more summer workouts, but Kim might just not be there.
Okay, that's fair. So that's Bob that will run those. Bob Starkey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't touch me, Bob. No.
Louis, Louis, I don't know. What are you asking about Divine? Or are you just throwing that name out there? Louis, you just throwing that name out there? Let me know. Okay. Or is that your guess? Divine.
Oh, next question.
Well, she said,
you're getting there. You hit the spot. I'll say that.
Bingo. All right. Well, we'll leave that in. Do you have an idea who Kim is looking at in the portal, or what she's looking for out of the portal?
We are looking at one from Iowa State. She hasn't hit the portal yet, I don't think, but yeah.
Do you think do you think you all just need one person out the portal?
We need 2 bigs out the portal.
Because Amaya Joyner is done. She doesn't have any more.
Yeah.
Any more eligibility, right? She's gone. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we need at least 2 bigs.
Are y'all do you expect Koval to stay?
Yeah, Koval's staying. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to add 2 bigs to Koval and Zakai.
Yes.
Now, when you bring in the 2 bigs, do you expect Zakai to stay at that 4, or will you rotate her back to where she's supposed to be?
Well, I'm looking for more. They're looking for more centers, not powered forward necessarily.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You want your big. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all got any questions for Paige? What's LSU's recruiting class looking like?
Listening and learning. I appreciate it.
I mean,
The times that we're in. As the hoop turns. As the hoop turns around here, you know.
Here's the thing with the difference between our live and me going over to a couple of the LSU lives is the fact of it's not the rumor that we're looking for. We're not looking for the show. We're looking for the facts. We're looking for the insight, right? I go over the LSU lives every once in a while to try to ask questions respectfully, to find out what they really think and what the answers to our questions really are, versus just assuming what's going on just because I see it on TV. Unfortunately, there are a few LSU lives that are there for the show. They're not really there to educate other people on their program and in the misgivings that other people might have, if that makes sense. I'll give you an example. Last season, somewhere in the middle of the season, right before conference play, we were trying to figure out who the leader on the team was. There was a number of us that thought Big 4 was the leader on the team, but when I went over to the live, they were telling us that it might be MKW.
That
what?
was not it. No.
How is that possible? But that's what they were saying. That's
it was
exactly
Anissa. Anissa was their leader last year.
Not the leader of that team. And I was like, how is it NKW? She's the youngest on the team.
Well, let's stay right here at MKW. Let's stay right here at MKW. Right? How is Michaela? How is Michaela with it being Rashard and Fuwiley next year in her senior year?
I don't know. I think she'll be fine with doing the back seat, but I'm not for sure.
Okay. But I also hear that she has so much other stuff going on campus.
Outside of on campus. That's why I was like, I think she'll be fine with it. Because she's so involved. Like, I don't, yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess the question that I have is then is this then. Is this game gonna be about Flau'jae tomorrow? Like, are we showcasing Flau'jae for the rest of the season? She's a favorite, or what do you got there? And then I guess a question in the chat is, would you guys try to go after Jada Williams?
We're not going after Jada Williams, I don't think, because we already have Leigh, and she's going to be starting next year. But another player from Iowa State is in the might come if we pay the money.
I have a hot take question for you, Paige.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
What if?
I get nervous like Dawn when Raven talk. What? I got my hand on the mute. What you gonna say?
What if?
And
it's kind of a two-part question.
Oh God!
What if Leigh doesn't start, and what would prevent Leigh from starting her senior year at LSU?
If another guard comes in from the transfer portal,
have to be a really good guard, wouldn't it?
Yeah, a really good guard.
Would Leigh stay on the bench, or would it push Leigh out?
Ooh.
Ooh, now we're
Whoa.
getting into some dicey situation.
Man. That,
Hey, hold on.
Wait a minute.
Wait a
he said,
minute. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Paige said, wait a minute.
Is the Rutgers transfer currently in concussion protocol? I think we answered that already.
I think we did.
You got to go back. I don't think she's gonna answer that one again. You got to go back.
Yeah.
You got to rewind on that one.
If you get it, if you understand, if you get it, you get it.
Wait a minute, that's the struggle bus.
You said Lay didn't start this season. You don't know if she will ever start.
She's gonna start her senior season. That's already in discussion.
Wait a minute, y'all already starting to have discussions. So then people already know what they raises and everything look like.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
So everybody been to see the bag man already.
Yeah.
That's
I was trying to tell you guys already a secret about the one player from Iowa State we were already trying to get a bag for.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I didn't know if y'all had, if that was just outside or if the people on the inside, if they had already had these bad conversations.
Inside. We're already looking.
Okay. So that means they know what their bag is, so they should be making their decisions. Okay. Ain't no surprises then.
No surprises.
Is everybody in good spirits for this game?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you don't win this game tomorrow, how? Oh God! Wait a minute. Let me get the question out. How would the team react?
Ooh, if we don't win.
But I'm picking. Remember, I'm picking LSU. But my thing is, right? Since all of the petty stuff and everything is out of the way, you know, early exit, and tomorrow would be a super early exit for me for LSU. Now, how did the team respond?
I don't know, and I would love to see it.
Okay. So is it kind of like anything less than the chip? Anything less than the chip is a failure?
I think anything less than a Final Four is a failure for them.
Okay. All right. Woo. That's fair.
There's so much I could say to that, but I'm gonna reserve.
But say it.
I'm not saying it.
Say it with your chest.
No. Pages.
She said no. She said no on Jada.
No, you're in the right school, but not the right
She's
place.
telling y'all no. She told y'all no. She said y'all gotta go back. She said no. Y'all might not have been here. She dropped some breadcrumbs. Y'all got.
I'm trying to give it to you guys without giving out
breadcrumbs. I don't know what you said. I don't know. I might ride an Auntie till the wheels fall off. But I don't know.
Ooh.
I don't know. I didn't say an Addie. I said I might ride an Auntie till the wheels fall off. But I don't know.
Sis, don't say that. I didn't say that.
Uh-oh.
I said I might ride an Audi car.
Oh, okay.
Like the little TTs.
Okay.
Get your mind out the gutter. Get your mind out the gutter, buddy. Yeah, look at y'all. I was talking about basketball.
Breadcrumbs.
I love it.
Is that 4 seasons? Is that 4 season breadcrumbs?
Do you expect the team to stay for the summer and work together, even if it's not a program?
I think so. I think all the freshmen will stay, and probably Jada and Lay. I know that for sure. I don't know about anybody else.
Okay, that's fair. But I mean, that's the core of what you want there. That's
core, yeah.
Okay, where does my Maya Joyner go after this year? Do you see her going into the draft? What do you see?
I don't know. Maybe overseas. I don't know.
Okay, that's fair. Okay.
I just don't see that much out of her. I don't, and she's undersized, so I don't know.
Well, I know Miss Joyner. Miss Joyner had a 25-point game against us last season, so
Calm down,
I was
dog.
able to see some of her ability in the game that she played against us, even though we beat them by about 20 or 25. I can't remember.
Oh, wow.
Hold on. I see in the chat page they saying, oh, I'm sorry, MJ.
Go ahead.
Kim got a Koval lookalike coming that can really play though. Who is that?
That's on the 27 draft class. Yeah, I think she's coming, but she's from Louisiana, so it makes sense.
Do you expect Kim to be there in 27?
Yeah. Okay. She's gonna be there for a minute.
Oh, really? Okay, because I was hearing people. I've been hearing whispers about Kim maybe thinking about retiring.
No, so, not even close. Okay. Shoot, she's not close to retiring.
Okay.
Interesting.
What do you think about the opening at Alabama? Who do you think's gonna end up there? Any ideas?
The opening at Alabama?
Yeah, since Christy Curry left, the coach.
I don't know.
Okay. Do you think Bob Starkey wants to be a head coach someplace, or he's just with Kim? He's here to stay.
I think he's staying with Kim.
That's fair.
I think there's, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Enough said
there's
there.
Money involved, yeah. No.
Mm-hmm. There's money involved, baby. There's money involved, baby.
I'm glad you said it.
Well.
Oh my goodness, man! Is this the after dark? We after dark now.
After dark?
No. There's money involved.
You know, it's like I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Right?
So after Duke,
I don't know who would take an outdated approach anyway. Outside of her,
it's UCLA next. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you already said that you had y'all winning that.
Yeah, that's good. We should beat UCLA if we're doing what we're supposed to do. I mean, we should have beat them last year too, but.
Do you see any upsets for tomorrow? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Any upsets? I think Notre Dame's gonna beat Vandy. I see that.
Okay.
Hannah
go doggo. I keep saying
it. Doesn't Virginia play tomorrow or no?
Yes, they do.
And they play.
Let me see. I think they play last. No. They don't play till Saturday. So tomorrow is Notre Dame, Vandy, North Carolina, UConn, Duke, LSU, Minnesota, UCLA. Is playing so late gonna throw y'all off?
I don't know. I think we'll be all right.
I see they gave y'all the last slot. I was surprised that LSU got that 10 o'clock slot.
True. I mean,
I thought they would have been more
late.
prime time. Yeah, I thought they'd have been more prime time.
I think we'll be all right.
Now, Dark Twain, who said Divine was gonna be at Rutgers?
Ooh.
You gonna say, Paige, how you think Divine will be at Rutgers?
Whoa.
What?
Oh. I can see that though.
LSU and Duke is at 10 o'clock at night. Is that a prime time game? I thought prime time would have been more 7:30.
Something.
Well, I thought for ESPN prime time was 9.
It might be. I don't know. I'm asking. Listen. It's a whole lot of other LSU stuff I can ask about. Yeah, really, MJ, you got any questions? Coach, you got any questions? I don't want to.
I mean, I'll just try to keep it respectful.
Respectful.
Whole lot of built up LSU trollness that has built up over the season's that I have questions about still, but
You can ask him.
yeah, I mean, it's some of the obvious stuff, right? It's
Okay.
okay. Here's a question. I don't know what percentage you think it is. What percentage of LSU fans do you feel are legitimately wanting to win a championship every year, or are just around for the show,
Mm.
the 100-point games, and you know, Kim Mulkey in her outfits and yelling at the refs and all that stuff. I mean, what percentage of LSU fans are actually looking for championships versus the ones that are just okay with the show?
I'll say 80% for the show and like 20% really want to win.
Wow.
But that just comes as LSU as a whole, like LSU. But yeah, it's still
Wow.
80%. Yeah.
You know
my
what?
God.
You know what? I respect your honesty so much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
can't, yeah.
I can't get other LSU fans to give me a grade like that. And I mean, here's the thing: if you are about the show, that's great because honestly, the Queen of Iowa brought a whole lot of new fans to women's basketball, and for the most part, most people think that that's better than the substance of the actual heart of what women's basketball has been about for decades, right? So I mean, I'm not gonna fight against that. Um, it's just I need people to understand that when we talk to them about things that are important to each fan base, when they're talking to us, as South Carolina fans and other fans that go UConn
Yeah.
fans,
Mhm.
we're looking at championships, and the show that comes along with winning championships is what it is. We're not trying to manufacture anything. We're just trying to put good teams together and try to win the whole thing. If there's a show that goes along with it, great.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how we feel about it. I mean, I can speak for South Carolina fans. I know there's a UConn Husky in the live too, so I would imagine he would agree, but can't really speak for them. Both exactly. Thank you, Jeremy. So I like I said, it's cool. I mean, but that's the whole thing, and I want to venture away from a little bit what I was talking about before with Coach Coleman, as far as me saying that LSU players, some of them are, they get a little bit more excited than they should in certain games because I think it takes away from the poise and focus in some games, even though they still putting up 100-point games and all that stuff. I get that.
Yeah.
Right.
This time of year, I don't know if that equivocates to winning a championship.
I got a question. Does this team really love each other like they keep saying? Just want to win for each other? Is that just the narrative? Tell me.
I'll say the narrative.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean they do a very good job at it. I mean,
Okay. Do you think that that's something that will improve next year, or does it just stay the narrative?
It'll improve next year.
Okay.
It's just
okay.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that. Another year together.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Dang, Jackie.
And is that getting better because less is more?
I'll say getting better because one player won't be there.
Wow,
And
that one player? This one player has that much success.
Yeah, she has
Coach,
that much. And I'm
Coach. I see you giving us the signal like you.
Because I'm surprised that
Lay. Your hat.
Yeah.
No, go ahead, Paige. Go ahead. You surprised that Lay? What?
I said I'm surprised that Lay has been able to just take a back seat. Because it's surprising to me.
It's surprising to me too. The way that some of them LSU fans were hounding us for the last couple of years. I'm surprised by it too.
But for Lay, the situation needs to be that the bag was big enough to wait your turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll say that.
The bag had to be big enough to wait your turn. So Lay should be chilling and getting ready to be, you say, starting next year.
Yeah.
She just showed out this year. She showed out this year.
Yeah, she did show out this year.
Mm-hmm. For the position that she worked from. So, and I mean, she still got some games to try to show out, depending on how she can go. So, Paige, I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
This team, who takes this team further in March? Flau'jae, MK Dub, or my Legend for Wiley?
Oh wow! Oh man! Who? This got a lot to do with him too, though, man. God.
I mean, hey.
I'll say the narrative, maybe Flau'jae, but behind the scenes, it might be more Jada and Full Wiley getting everybody together.
Ooh. Okay. You finessed it. Paige finessed it. you worked it, Paige. You finessed that one.
So if the game is on the line, who takes the shot? Michaela, Mylasia, or Flau'jae?
We'll just let Michaela take the shot.
Just let
I can see
let
that.
Michaela. We already tried the Flau'jae. We can't have another Flau'jae's winning in real life. We can't do that again. So.
I mean, all I'm saying is Michaela. Maybe you may want Michaela to take the shot, but Flau'jae is probably gonna take it.
Yeah.
She gonna take it out. Just take the ball.
She's just gonna take it.
Who should take the shot?
I would definitely say, I gotta agree with this. I got it's gonna be between if Fawali's playing well between Fawali and MK Dub. And actually you can't really go the way Rashad has been playing. I would trust Rashad's judgment.
Dude, I trust Jada. I mean, she's won 4 state championships. I don't know why they don't trust her more. I understand why.
I think she can get it done in the close game. Rashad could. She's shown that point.
But I don't think Kim is going to allow that.
I think Moki said it in one of the pressers about a week or two ago. Is that she knows Jada can get her own shot, but she asked the question on if she should. So that actually opens up a can of worms to a number of other questions that we heard about developing guards at LSU.
Okay, I got another question. See, all right, y'all probably don't want to have the question I want to have. That's the stuff in my mind. I want to ask some other shit. I got some other stuff I want to know. I'm gonna ask. You can tell me if you can answer or not. Why Michaela always be at these pressers talking about all the leadership and all the stuff, Flau'jae, everything, leadership, showing us, helping me, pouring this. Seriously, is that really happening?
Say that one more time. You were going in and out. Say it again.
So sometimes they ask Michaela, they ask MK about Flau'jae, and she'd be like, "Oh, Flau'jae, she's been so great, just a leader, pointing at me, showing me the way, teaching me, taking me under her wing." I don't know if I believe it. Is it really happening like that?
I'll say the show. I mean, You might see it, but behind the scenes, no.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I see it on the bench. I mean,
Okay, but dude, okay. Let me ask you this: if you're just around town on a Saturday night or something like that, are you likely to see MK Dub and Flau'jae and Layout hanging out?
no,
Are you likely to see any of those three hanging out?
no,
Okay, I mean, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong
no,
with it.
mm-mm.
I was just wondering, do
No.
they
But
do
Lay's
they hang off the court?
also a little bit more on the quieter side. She doesn't like to go out very much.
No, you told me. You
Yeah.
said Lay even said in her own video, like Lay said, the people got to come by her room and be like, "Hey, what you doing? You want to come out?" And everything. So there, there's that. Okay.
And normally Flau'jae does her own thing too. And with Michaela, she's normally around more people on campus. She's got friends outside of this team, so
Because she's doing a lot of other stuff. So then this is
yeah.
like Jada and this is how you get Jada and then the freshman and then
And then
this is
like
how you get
full
this natural,
Wiley, yeah, they're
this is how you see this natural chemistry growing between them two. That's fair.
yeah.
That's fair. That makes sense. Coach Smokey also said today's presser that Big Foe has never been a leader and that she prefers just to play well. What?
Yeah.
But you just spent the last 3 years telling them Flau'jae needs to be a leader.
You can't force somebody to be a leader though.
Right.
But it took you 3 years to realize that? Shit, I ain't got time, bro. Some of the shit Kim be saying, she just be saying. Monkey didn't have to say that, and I hate. And I'm gonna tell you why. Now I'm gonna tell you what my issue is with Monkey saying it. If you knew that, if you knew that that's who Flau'jae was, then you shouldn't have been telling us for the whole last year that Flau'jae was gonna be the leader, and you trying to make her be the leader. Because now what you just did was move the comma on her money.
Yep.
That's the shot that you just put on her WNBA resume. That's the shot that you just put on her jacket on the way out the door. That's a fucked up shot. If you was gonna send that shot at that kid, you should have sent it 3 years ago. You should have sent it 2 years ago. Now it's the end of her year. You done wrote her back. You just on the goddamn radio crying and all of that, telling everybody, come on, it's so great. Everybody come out there, fill it up. You should fill it up for her. And now today you talking about she ain't no leader? That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's the sneak. That's the sneak. This is shit that Kim Moki does that be having me like Kim. You know what the fuck you be doing. You know what you be doing, dog, and it's not cool. And then people be like, Kim don't know. She don't know. She just Kim.
Kim knows everything.
Yes, the fuck she does.
Like
Kim even knows the message that she sends when she shows up with her hair not combed and no makeup on.
Literally.
Kim know what it is.
Like I know that look.
Kim know what it is. She know the message she's sending when she get in front of the camera with it. Come on now. That's cold. That's nasty work right there to put on that kid jacket.
It is. It is.
That's nasty work. Then be talking about you just love her so much. You just love her everything. You just love her. You just love her. You just move the comma over one space on it. Stop playing.
Yeah, hopscotch.
All right. That's wild. That is wild.
Nah, that's a great point. Playing games with people's commas.
Well, Kim has always been like that, though, man. She'll like you one day and then she won't the next.
Yeah, that's like manic. That's like manic.
Oh, it was like,
yeah.
Hey, it reminded me of brothers. brothers. Man, come on, that's diabolical, y'all.
That's hilarious.
He said Kim was on that Boone's farm today. I ain't got time. I'm not fooling with you. I'm not fooling with you.
Boone's farm.
Hey, but do you feel like Kim is being more honest in her pressers than she's been in the past?
No.
I didn't think I was a little shocked to hear her come out with the petty stuff. I didn't think that was something she would ever put out, especially because remember when the stuff happened with and Angel was going there. I'm not going to talk about it. I said what I said.
That stuff was a lot though. It's got a lot more. Thank God they kept it in house though. But because some of that would have really looked bad on Kim though. So that's why she really kept that in house. Because there's more to that would really you'd be questioning her.
Oh no, I already do. So I wouldn't.
It would have been worse.
You ain't gotta tell me I already do.
Yeah.
Dang, Jackie.
Oh boy.
Kim. I'll tell you.
But she got 3 national championships.
Well, since we here, might as well say it. What I think is, you tell me if I'm right or wrong. She's a little old school.
You're right.
She got favorites. She played favoritism. She played players against each other. And she throws rocks and hides her hand.
I will say yes, and then I will also say Kim is very good at if you look at some of like Kim's players that are like in the league, like your Dejanets or whatever, Kim is very good at. She can use you for granted, and then she wants you back when she realizes that her players are not giving her what she wants. That are on her team.
It's the same thing you said, like with Angel.
She misses Angel like crazy now. I mean, crazy. But when Angel was there, she would shoot. She'd be the crash dummy every time for all of her crash outs.
So, okay, tell me a player that you think she really loves that's on the team right now. Genuinely.
All
Yeah.
right, watch out now.
Oh, genuinely.
It's like a Jeopardy question. It's like a Jeopardy question.
We need that music too.
I'll say it's either between Jada or Gracie. Jada or Gracie.
Genuinely loves them, or loves them because they're the new shiny toys right now, and may not love them.
I think generally loves them because I think Kim sees a lot of Angel athleticism and grace, and she likes Jada a whole lot.
But I also think Kim don't like people that Kim. The other thing is Kim really don't like people to be on bullshit. Kim don't want to hear bullshit.
She don't like
she want to hear the real. She's not a bullshitter. So she really respects the edge that Grace got. She just got to figure out how to keep it, how to harness that. Yes. She likes that shit. She's here for that. She's old school like that. She feels like you got to have a player like that on your team. That makes sense. Jada was the only one in the SEC tournament in the tourney game against us that was still like, let's go. What I want to do? Let's go. We still going. What the fuck? Let's go. Okay, can I ask you? Okay. Okay, Paige, do you watch the pressers?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you. So you've seen all the pressers?
Yeah, I've seen all for pressers. Yeah.
Okay. When she come after the game too with the team and everything?
Yes.
Okay, great. I want to ask you about a presser. Okay. I'm gonna take you back to a time.
Take back a time. Okay.
Take you back to a time. It was Kim. It was Jada. And it was Maya Joyner.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you know the presser. Okay, great. You may understand the question. Why did she treat that young lady like that at that presser? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Don't ask her no question. She don't like to talk. Ask her, so what did I tell you to say? Okay, say it. Say it. What did I tell you to say? Say it. Remember? Say it.
Oh.
Jada Richard looks so uncomfortable at the presser. Can you shed some light on that? What was that all that about? Because for me, if the young lady doesn't do media like that it was just really inappropriate. It didn't paint her in a good light. Am I tripping?
Yeah,
Talk to me.
you're not tripping.
Okay, and it did my mind understand how the light that she had just painted her in?
I don't think so.
Okay.
That was weird. And plus,
It was very
Mama is
weird.
not even quiet, so it's hilarious.
Right, because if you go back and look at the young lady, she had done pressers before.
Like, I mean, you can even see her on the court. Like, Mama is not a quiet individual.
I didn't understand. In my mind, it was like, okay, that's enough. I don't know. And I'm like, what is you playing this fucking, you was kind, you was smart, you was loved, all this shit. Hey, come on now. And then Jada was looking at her like, she said, what's the question? I don't understand what you said. Jada was like, what get you going? What's happening? But, like,
But I think that's Kim, though, because sometimes Kim likes to put on a show.
Bubba dumped her. That was the craziest, wildest shit. She Bubba dumped her. And she was fucking crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm looking at it, I'm like, damn, man, this kid doesn't understand what she's doing to her brand.
Who doesn't?
That's why I was like, bro, what is her plan? Like, is her plan to go to the
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm glad you brought that up. That was a hilarious one.
Yeah, I laugh now to keep from crying, but I was so pissed off that she handled that young lady like that on that camera, and it's on video forever. That's terrible. Has she been back in front of the mic since? Nope. So if you go look for it, that's the last thing you get on it.
But that's Kim. But
you got to be more careful.
Yeah.
For real.
That was a weird press.
That shit's crazy.
It is.
I still got questions about that too, my own self. I'd be like, why?
You say Kim would either force a player to grow some balls or be pushed further into the abyss. Did she force HBO to grow some balls and then HBO just took her balls to TCU, or what did you think happened there?
That HBO situation. Oh my god.
Let me ask you this: Did HBO want to be there a second year, or was HBO just there for 1 year, or did the way the year go determine that HBO was out of there?
That year, the way it went, she was out of there.
Was she out of there before Kim left her on the island out there with Caitlin Clark?
Before that, she was gonna leave. Before that, I think that was.
So Kim already knew. Kim already knew. This is why Kim
put her on an island. Yes,
that's why Kim put her on the island. She was like, "Oh, you gone? Okay, I'm gonna show you how to go. I'm gonna show you how to go. Can't be married to 2 wives. Get out on that island."
Yeah,
okay, that's what I wanted to know. Okay,
well, that's
why Flajay wasn't guarding Cece.
She did not. She wasn't gonna risk having Flajay get that tape on her. Having that tape on Flajay.
But she would risk it for Haley Manley because she knew she was gonna be gone.
Man, listen. And so here's the thing. I always just wondered if she just called HBO to the side and was like, "Look, you're gonna have to take one for the team, honey."
No,
you're leaving anyway.
She was already gonna.
So was HBO pissed off at the end? Was she pissed off after the game?
Yeah, I mean, she didn't show it, but behind the scenes, yeah.
Wow, I can believe it. I can respect it.
I mean, HBO was gonna leave regardless because Angel was gonna leave after that year, anyways, and HBO was only there for Angel.
Hold on, okay. So HBO and Angel was a package deal. So let me ask you this: If they had went and won the championship again, would that have brought Angel back to LSU, or was Angel done with school?
Angel was done with school. That 24 year, like behind the scenes at LSU, that took a toll. Like she was done. Like what they did to Angel.
So a championship with everything that she went through in that year. If she gets the championship, in your opinion, Angel doesn't come back to LSU.
No. What they did to Angel was very disrespectful. LSU
now you say they. Is it they or is it Kim, or can you not say and we need to just
I'll say it's Kim and it's LSU as a whole. I'll say the entire.
But
basketball.
but the crazy thing is though, if Angel was to say, I'm coming to Baton Rouge tomorrow to have an event, I believe that the city would show up for her. Yes, no.
The answer would be the city would. Would LSU? No. I mean, just like we had Angel back when we the Chicago Sky were playing Brazil, that gymnasium was only halfway full. They don't really respect Angel as you think they do. It's just
Okay,
a
so then who do they
facade.
think got the trophy?
They think Fly J. I'm telling you, it's delusional. They really think Fly J has won them that championship. They forget about Angel, and it's really sad.
Wow.
That
That's deep. That's deep.
it's deep. That's why Angel, like, everybody's like, why is Angel not back here? I'm like, because she doesn't want to be back here. There's reasons.
Wow.
Ooh, that's tough.
That's wow. Okay. Wow. I thought that the Bayou would love the Bayou Barbie forever.
I mean, Baton Rouge,
so there's
yes.
like, you can't. There's not Angel stuff in the student store.
No.
No. Are they gonna hang Angel's jersey up in the P-Mat?
No. To be honest, I don't think so. But how would I?
And I understand that Carson won that game, but it took what Angel did in the season to get to that game. So I get that part. I don't take anything away from Carson. I don't take anything away from Alexis Morris in that game. I don't take anything away from the little things that Kateri Poole did in that game. But I also don't think that LSU gets to that game if Angel doesn't have the season that she had.
I agree.
But I may be wrong. I'm not an LSU fan, so you may be able to tell me
You're
better.
right. You're right. But also, the thing with Angel too, though, is I'll say this: LSU really did not protect Angel as a whole with the whole CC situation back in 2023. They really did not give her the support. They were really on that Fly J train. Like, it wasn't supposed to be Angel for LSU. It was really supposed to be Fly J.
Okay, I get that part, but then Angel came. So
yes.
So okay. Wait a minute. Let me make sure I understand the timeline. Kim was there. Kim recruited Flage. Flage was coming to LSU.
Yeah.
Then Angel came.
Yes, then Angel came, but Angel only came because Kateri Poole convinced Angel to come. It wasn't Kim recruiting her, basically.
I got that. Now let me ask you this. So was this? What are you saying, that the team was split? Like there was the Flage crew and the Angel crew?
Yes, and yes, and that's some reason why Kateri Poole left. Or was kicked off.
I keep it double. I keep it double. I think I'm Reese.
Yeah, I don't think she left, but yeah.
Yeah.
No, she don't keep a double like she thinks she Reese. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So if you telling me it was split from the time that Angel got there, when was her? I thought that Flage and Angel was cool.
No, they see that's all of facade. They do very good for the cameras.
Okay, so wait a minute. Do you think Flage is on her way to the Chicago Sky? I got you, Coach.
Thank
you, sir.
That's
Oh, y'all let me know if I'm keeping y'all up. I'm having a good conversation. You're good. Now. Okay.
Is she? I can see it, but it would have to be if Chicago would trade Angel. I don't, because I heard. Well, I'll just say allegedly. I heard that Flage, said that she will not go to Chicago unless somebody's getting traded.
Oh wow. Okay, that's a shocker to me because I thought it was just like some college stuff. When you get to like how people. Okay. Okay, let me ask you this. Okay, wait. Well, let's back up. So there was the hair pulling incident, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Angel and Camilla figured that out. I don't know. They had to talk, whatever
No,
it was.
that they were Angel and Camilla were fine. That was nothing.
I didn't think it was a big deal. I thought,
No.
I thought that's the heat of the battle. That's the heat of the battle.
Heat of the moment, yeah.
Okay, so that's not an issue. So but you don't see a situation where Flau'jae could be drafted to Chicago and join HVL and Angel and Camilla and those four be a team. It doesn't seem like that could work allegedly.
It could work, but they're gonna have to put their differences aside, and I'm talking about Flau'jae's momager and her. They're gonna have to put that difference aside, because they're not gonna make it if they don't put that difference aside and let go of some of that ego, because that's really what's gonna get them in the next level is the ego. It's a lie.
Do we think Flau'jae and Camilla would coexist, especially three Tigers and one Gamecocks go out played in that SEC championship game? And now
I don't think so.
I don't know. To me, I didn't think it was still an issue. Like,
I think Camilla and Flau'jae would be fine. I'm just thinking the Angel Flau'jae wouldn't be fine.
Oh,
my opinion, hot take alert.
Okay.
The only reason they would pick Big Four to go to Chicago is if they know they're getting rid of Angel.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
Yeah, but here's the thing: do you get rid of Angel before you have the All-Star game in Chicago?
I don't know.
In their eyes, they probably don't think that the issues are worth keeping her around. I don't
know. And then I see Jeff Blaze, and I see Jeff Blaze making this comment. I don't know what this means. I don't know enough. That's crazy. Flau'jae was the only one that looked out for Angel after Angel got dumped on by CeCe's fan base. Are you talking about the pressure when Angel was crying, or are you talking about something different, Jeff?
Okay, yeah, because I was about to say that was for.
Did Angel basically strong arm her way throughout that season at LSU? Like, she just came in and just took over? Oh, tell me what you mean there. And Jeff, you saying yeah. Okay, Paige came back again. I don't know.
Yeah. Wait. Oh.
That's okay. I took the other one out.
Okay.
I don't know what you mean by strong arm. I don't know what you mean. And so Jeff, you talking about the pressure where Angel talked about like all of the stuff that she'd been through, and Flau'jae was like, people don't know what Reese goes through. That's what. Paige, you're giggling. What? Why? Why?
Well, that was kind of. I feel like what Flau'jae said wasn't really sincere, but yeah. But what Angel did say in that press conference, though, was right, because she was dealing with a lot of that.
MJ, is that you over there on ice?
Sorry.
Bro, when he would drink on ice for this conversation. You are funny, bro. You are funny. What's up, Auntie? Oh my God. Okay.
It's getting good. I had to give me a nice little, had to give me a sip on some of my reserve soda.
Oh wow. So you don't see a time where like this team would be like, we're gonna invite the championship team back to celebrate and everybody comes back happy?
No, it's not gonna come back happy. I mean, shoot. Okay. I'll just say this. The main reason Kateri was, not there or whatever, was because her and Flau'jae were having an altercation because Flau'jae didn't want to listen to whatever Kateri had to say over something, and Yeah.
Oh wow.
So yeah, they're not gonna all get back together. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Wow.
Well, I would imagine that
time
if
heals
one
everything,
person
don't it?
wasn't there, they
I
could
don't know
probably get
about
together.
time. Hopefully, I do want them all back, but I don't know.
I mean, I get what you're saying, Lou. You saying if the Angel have the strong armor way. I mean, I seen Angel check herself out the game like she was hurt and go get on the bike and just rest for a minute. Like,
Yeah.
y'all got me fucked up. I'm not finna keep running for 40 minutes. I need a breather. So I seen that part. Flau'jae might go to the Sky and they might trade up with Angel to get number 3 or 4 pick. Okay, I can see that.
I can see it. Mm-hmm.
I can see that. But
Yeah,
if you're the
I mean,
Chicago Sky, y'all tell me what it is that you value about Flau'jae over Angel, or is it just that Angel is asked to be traded and now you want to make her happy?
I mean, that trade sounds good in theory. If you had competent management over at the Sky, sure, but you don't. So
No, I just don't trust the Sky and their management. They're shoot.
Don't get me started.
And
No,
listen,
man.
here's the thing. I don't think the Sky really want to rumble with Momager. I ain't go hold you the fuck up, bro.
No,
Like,
I think
bringing
they wanna
Flau'jae
I
in,
think they like the
they're not
Momager.
equipped. Because they're not gonna meet her expectations of how she wants her daughter. How she I ain't even gonna say how she wants her daughter. How she expects her client to be handled. So they might as well steer clear of that. Chicago not ready.
I'll say allegedly. I've seen the Momager and Jeff P together at a game, so allegedly.
I tell you this. Okay, Jeff, you keep fucking. I'm gonna say this. Allegedly, you better not tell no lies. Whatever you allegedly tell that woman you gonna do, you better make it happen. She gonna be on your ass. She gonna be on your ass. So you fucking find out if you want to. See, this ain't the one you play with. I'm trying to now listen, Jeff. I'm warning you. Okay, I'm warning you. I'm warning you. I'm warning you. You can think, oh, we'll just do it just like Angel. You can think that if you want to.
No.
You think that if you want to. She ain't the one. Yeah, you rock around and find out fucking with her.
Ooh, okay.
I mean, hey.
So Kendall, if you wanna ask Paige that question, you talk to her on this platform, you got to come through my platform. I might have to get a cut of the Simon Schuster book deal. If Paige do a tell-all.
A tell-all.
You gotta cut. You gonna have to cut Cess Talk Sports in, Kendall. You gonna have to cut Cess Talks in. I gotta draw the line somewhere, Kendall. We gotta be cut in. How does Simone get along in her role at LSU? Like I just imagine Coach Money in the coaching room all by herself, all the other coaches sit at the table. You know what I'm saying? They treat her so fucked up to me. Now Coach G gone, it's like, damn, Money, who you hanging with? I don't know.
I think Simone Augustus, I think she likes her role. She really only does like the player development, like in the guards. I mean, because the posts are really mostly only done by Bob. So she works mostly with Michaela, Flau'jae, and Lay and Jada.
Okay.
Yeah, she's more player development.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Kim is, the ruler of all, so anything that comes to like the game or whatever, it's whatever Kim wants, Kim gets. So it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to be on Kim's staff though, man, because if you want, like,
when she only wants to hear one voice and she's slapping clipboards out of your hand.
Yeah, like it's kind of hard. I
think Dark Twain is making a good point about Flau'jae though, right? Flau'jae was the first McDonald's All-American in LSU history. She won SEC Freshman of the Year and won a national championship. So that maybe LSU has a point. So this is why they love her so much.
She has a point. I just think they should, not bring somebody up, then tear the other one down. but that's just me.
Right. Simone might be waiting for Moki. Oh gosh. Damn, Jeff. Wait a minute. Kim ain't got the pass on, dude. Damn.
Not Kim to die. Oh my god.
So what I heard Coach Augusta say was that she was interested in being a head coach, and she wasn't necessarily going to wait she wasn't necessarily waiting in the succession plan to come behind Kim. That she was going to take the first the opportunity that came for her that made sense. I think that's still the truth. I don't know where Jada Williams goes, y'all.
Jada. Maybe Texas. I don't know.
Okay. Now Kendall said he ready to work this book deal. He said he ready to work this book deal.
Oh no, not the book deal.
I got a book deal for you too. We'll talk, Kendall.
So now this is what so Jay is asking you this back, Dark Twain. Does Flau'jae, does she win the SEC Freshman of the Year, and does she average those numbers if Angel's not on that team?
I don't know. That's I don't know. I'll just say
she wasn't the first. Simone Augustus was a McDonald's All-American, unless you mean Moki's first.
I think it was Moki's first at LSU.
Okay. So that's what I was about to say. Dan, Simone got a whole statue out there. She wasn't no McDonald's All-American, but I don't know LSU history. So I just be quiet. Let somebody else say something. Kendall say he in the deal making business. Kendall, I don't know. We're gonna have to see. I don't know. All jokes aside. What's the most important thing for y'all to win tomorrow? What do y'all gotta do?
Most important thing, just to play our game and not get too caught up in our emotions.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. MJ, you got any more questions?
I think I've bombarded our guests with a number of questions that were, borderline.
I appreciate you pulling up and talking with us.
Yeah.
Insight.
Yeah, LSU's it's a fun one. I mean,
listen. If you had it to do all over again, would you pick any other school?
Me. No, I like LSU. I mean, shoot, it's fun. You just can't get into like the narratives of it, because some people think that, then they think it's like the best thing since sliced bread, and I'm like, not always. But it's a cool school though. I mean.
So Jeff, I see you saying Flau'jae would have averaged more if Angel wasn't there. But would they have won a national championship?
I don't think so. But also, I will say Flau'jae would have had a harder time because she was already on Kim's bad side for not showing up to practice on time and in the wrong outfits. So do what you do. Yeah, Flau'jae was a handful her freshman year.
Yeah, I mean, she's trying to juggle everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, just like always, I came up here to talk to y'all for 20 minutes. We've been up here 3 hours.
Hey,
Sure.
Appreciate the talk, y'all. I'm back for check ball. We up tomorrow. And then we got a full slate of basketball games. Y'all pull up. If it's your first time here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button. Ring that notification bell. Do not miss the next pull-up. Like, comment, share, hype this video when it's over. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
Wait a minute, what?
Hell no, Queen Barbie brought a chip to your squad. She brought national attention to your program.
I agree.
Not Moki?
RJ average less this year because there are other scorers on the team.
Is that a hot take?
Still stuff coming in. I was trying to wrap it up.
Oh man. I mean, we can write 2 books on LSU at this point.
Woo! Where you at, Kendall? She said 2 books.
2 books. I mean,
2 books.
2-book deal, Kendall. 2-book deal.
Yeah. Perspective from an LSU fan.
Shoot, but I need my money too, though, from that.
That's what I'm saying. We gonna cut the deal, Paige. We gonna Kendall.
Deal.
Hey, your people talk to me, and I'm gonna hook up with Paige, and then we gonna work it all out. Okay? That's how we gonna do it. See, there you go, Kendall, trying to cut me out the deal. I just told you. You can't talk to Paige directly.
Yeah, Seth needs a little bit of it too.
He got. We was on the platform.
Hilarious.
Yeah,
We made the idea here. We gonna launch it here. We gonna do the official interviews and everything. Kendall, you got to see the bigger picture.
shoot,
You got to see the bigger picture. You got to be right. But all jokes aside, Paige, we do have to have you back next week.
That's
For
hilarious.
figure out the day, and we'll talk about whatever happens this week.
oh,
But yo, we got hoops tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. Y'all listen. Y'all listen. This is the best place for women's hoops right here. I love it here. I love it here. Until next time, y'all know what it is. Y'all stay tuned. Talk soon. That's Paige, MJ number 23. Cess Talk Sports. We out.